When it comes to health, I'll just say we take our health a little too dangerously. What do I mean by this? I think we as human beings are so ingrained in immediate satisfaction, and like it needs our wants and desires need to be satisfied like within a set period of time, or else we just think of it as a failure. That diet culture is a big victim of that. Diet culture, like I have way too many friends that are just kind of like, hey, when I feel bad, I need to go on like a juice cleanse or a water cleanse and all that stuff, and they don't eat anything but juice and like smoothies and all that stuff, and I'm like, that's not healthy at all. But their lives have been so ingrained with people around them calling them fat, or just the idea that their body shape is not acceptable, even though their body shapes are much smaller than mine. The fact that they mentally are so stuck in that they need that satisfaction of being able to see progress or feel progress immediately after they do the thing, that their diet can get thrown off balance. I know one of my friends just has to go on a diet because of his health. And so he's trying to slowly find ways to make it work without having to go into like the whole like fasting or diet juice cleanse and all that stuff. And it's too few far in between, but it's a matter of like, for me, as a fat person, I will say I am a fat person with PCOS. It's hard for me to lose weight just in general because my PCOS, if I work out too much, then my body will become so inflamed in the bad way. When you work out, you want to like have a heat flowing through your body so you can start burning the fat and calories and all that stuff. My body can become so inflamed, it actually is a detriment to weight loss. So I have to make sure that the weight loss that I'm doing is not only in an exercise manner, but also in a dietary manner of like food and all that stuff. With PCOS, a polycystic ovarian syndrome. 1 in 5 women have it. Some women may not even know they have it, but easy signs that any woman that has it will have hair growing in the wrong places, extreme bouts of brain fog, hard times of losing weight. A lot of it is based also mainly on the ovarian system. So you may have irregular periods, your periods may just stop, your hormones may get fucked up, and it's one of those things where there is no cure for PCOS. So you have to kind of live with it. And so, as someone with PCOS who's trying to like lose weight and like have a healthy lifestyle, my PCOS unfortunately brought about insulin resistance. So I have diabetes due to my PCOS. And it's a pain in the ass because I'm like, I do eat healthier. Like I do like make sure that I'm not like overindulging on like the carbs, the candies and all that stuff. Sometimes I barely eat. Like I'll make sure like I have a sandwich and some chips, but like otherwise you will never see me overindulge in bad shit. Like if people think like people with diabetes, like all they eat is like pizza and pasta and put it in my box. But it's one of those where I eat like a normal human being. I eat very few, like very small portions. I also eat very healthy portions of stuff that is healthy, and it's still a problem. So diet culture for me has been a big significant part of my life because I've had 9 out of 10 people telling me like, oh, you just need to reduce the amount you eat, exercise more. And I'm like, I have PCOS and I eat like a normal human being. I don't go out of my way to eat to drink sodas and to eat bouts of candy or anything that would be the stereotype of having diabetes. I just need I need people to understand that every body is different and every diet is different. And some juice cleanses may work, but studies have proven they don't necessarily work. Intermediate fasting works for some, not for others. You have to be able to understand your body and to understand what it will agree with and what it will not agree with. And you have to make sure that the results you're getting are long-term and not just trying to satisfy your immediate need for a change. Because if it immediately satisfies your need for a change, you will never see it coming when all of a sudden your brain just goes, you can have that slice of cake, you deserved it, you lost so much weight. All of a sudden you're right back where you started immediately without even thinking. So yeah, it's one of those. I learned cholesterol is fat and blood and high and have a skinny structure. Exactly. Everybody is different. Everybody is going through a different process. So if you are wanting to have a healthier body, then you need to understand your body. For me, I need to make sure that the workouts I do are not so drastic and big that my body will go into overdrive and will literally be a detriment to my weight loss. I also need to make sure the foods I eat are high in protein. And also, I need to replace all of my magnesium. I need to replace all of my irons because the medications I take completely sap away my magnesiums and all that stuff. So it's just like, it's definitely one of the, you just need to be careful how you do with diet culture. I can't believe we're starting off with diet culture. And we're playing a game about food and we're talking about diet culture. So let's be real here. Oh my lord. But yeah, so that's a thing that's going on. Anyways, how are you all feeling? Are you all feeling okay? That's the one thing I want. Like, are we all feeling okay? Because Epic Chef, I have all the meals prepped. I will happily admit that I got some help from online sources that to make things quick and easy, and so it's not as painful of a process of me trying to farm all of this stuff and get it in. Doing good. Awesome. That's the one thing I was like, I want happy. I want everyone to be happy. Feeling okay? Good. Awesome, awesome. Mood-wise, no, I feel that. I feel that. That's why with Epic Chef, I can't wait to kind of see what shenanigans are going on in the story. Eggs and toast with lentil soup and German salad, lightly pickled cabbage and carrots and lemon tea. That sounds delicious. Like, I've had eggs on toast. Eggs are my main priority for breakfasts because eggs are really, really good in the mornings for me, and eggs are actually really good for PCOS. So eggs absolutely on my list. Let's see. Genes affect your weight too. Exactly. Genes affect your weight. Alright, but you know what? That's enough of me random. Let me sip my Sprite for a minute. Once again, I'm nursing a Sprite because Sprite's actually really good for the acids in your stomach. And Shala with the $2. I feel like summoning the void. You don't have to. I appreciate it though. My goodness. Avocado is good too. Nice. Try to make the most of the only day off of work I have this week. No, that's fair. Make sure you self-indulge. Because I even had my dad tell me this. You need a day, at least a day and a half off for yourself. Every week. A day and a half off. Because that way your body can properly recharge. Your body can properly, like, recover from all of the work you've done. So I'm trying to take that to heart. But yeah. Alright. Are we ready to get into Epic Chef? It's been quite a bit. So for those of you who don't know about Epic Chef, we currently just beat Anasashi. Anasashi? I can't remember her name. Racist cat. And we beat her, and now we're dealing with the cat culinarian league. The Nyarian league. I believe we're in silver tier right now. So we have 3 silver tier ranks to go through, and then a gold tier rank, and then we will continue the story. Because I want to make sure we get all of these ranks before we get to the end of the game. Alright, but let's go ahead and get started on here. And let's go. Yeah. Yeah. And my cats are running around like crackheads, like usual. Sprite makes some people burp a lot. I found myself burping 10 times. Wow. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi. Sprite makes me sick. That's completely fair. Like, lemon and acid, it could kind of make anyone sick if your stomach is balanced out a different way. For me, it's been my big Filipino cure. If you're a Filipino, you know that Sprite or 7-Up is a really big help on stomach issues. So I kind of grew up with it. Hi. All right, but let's go ahead. Beep beep. So we have 3 things to go after today. So, right. So yeah, as you can see, I actually prepped out these meals. And I'm gonna hope and pray that we actually survive these. And if not, then there's gonna be a whole bout of, okay! Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, we have 3 fights to get through. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. That's the hope and prayer. And again, I did use a guide to kind of help me kind of... I didn't spoil myself in the story, but I was able to, like, what did people use for the fights and all that stuff. But let me go ahead. I'll pull silver and gold fights, meals. Definitely just to kind of have that upper edge. Why do I have 3 fire goldfish? Don't ask. Alright, let me go ahead and look at my sauces real quick in case I want to update with some sauces. I want to update with some sauces! Alright, this one, yeah. Actually, let me just put it right there. There we go. Alright, so... yeah, that should be good. Why do you have 3 fire? I said don't ask! I said don't ask! We're gonna head over to, the Nyarian area. So we can go fight in the culinarian battles. Yeah! Get some money! Let's go, let's get some money! Ooh, burp. I can't. God damn it. I can't enter in just yet, so I gotta go sit on a bench. Alright, sit. Hey, Retro! There we go. Wait, not yet. It's still 9 a.m. It's still 8 a.m. God damn it. Sit. There we go. Come on, Birch. That firefish looks like a Pokemon, not gonna lie. I mean, all of them kind of like all of the fish kind of look like Pokemon. To be very honest, Hypnofish, Epic Blowfish, even Mandragora is like evil Mandragora. I mean, Mando. Nyarian District. Yep. Loading. Ooh, fireworks in the morning, guys. It's too early for fireworks. I mean, unless you're at Disney. So let me go ahead and pull out. Where's my silver? Where's my silverfish? I gotta slap people with my silverfish. All right, so I need to find Meowreese. All right, I need to slap people with my fish. All right, are you Meowreese? You defeated the custodian. Impressive, but the primary role is political, not culinary. I, however, have focused on cooking for a long, long time. While you were trying to get bitches, I studied the way of the blade. I'm terrible. Do you really want to find out what a focused Meow chef is capable of? Absolutely. Let's go, bro. Bring it on. Watch me completely just, like, eat... Let me eat dirt. Put my face into the dirt. Let me eat dirt. Okay. Okay. We want to go first in this round because I want to get those bonuses. So we're going to start off... We're gonna go ahead and add some spider silk. There we go. Yep. Look at that, and then we're gonna add this, and it'll be good. Wow, look at that. Look at those numbers! Look at those numbers. My goodness gracious. And we're still going with those numbers. Let's go. Alright. Come on, Meowreese! What you got, bro? What you got, broski? Can ingredients fall out of the pen? No. They're actually in like a tunnel. It's really nice. Look at that. Look at that meal. Isn't that a delicious looking meal right there, bruh? Nom 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 in those face, bruh. Yeah, look at that score. Look at that score. Already quad digits. Quad digits right there. Bring it on, brosif. Okay. Okay. Mid, in my opinion. It's a mid dish, in my opinion. Eat my disc. Alright. Hello. Hey! Awesome. Alright, let's get going here. So, we're gonna start off with the ghost tato, and we're actually gonna go straight stirring in. We want to go second this time around. Very, very good. Then we're gonna add a little seagull egg. A little bit of eggy flavor. Nice little binder for all the starchy goodness. And then we're gonna add we're gonna add this. A giant thunderfish. See, low on the spice, but high in everything else. Look at that. How gorgeous that is. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh my god. Don't tell me your age. Do not tell me ages. I expect you all to be mature enough to understand what's going on in this stream. I expect you all to at least have your parents' permission. Okay, that's fine. You can take that. It's completely fine. I still won, dude. Net positive. Let's go. A ghost tato, right? Even he's just like, I don't care. Yeah. But look at that score. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Whee! Look, I won my, aren't you so proud of me? Impressive, Chef Zest. You are worthy of a great respect and honor. The shame that this honorable combat has slightly tainted by all that yelling. I mean, we were fine. We're fine. I also have to fix my pillow for my lumbar support. Alrighty. I think I got this already. Did I get this? I think it was perfect. Okay. So, who else am I need to slap another person with a fish. Zest little dances. 100% doing a little dancey dance. He's doing a little dancey dance. Alright. Who will let me slap them with my fish? Alright. So that's the gold. Okay. I see a silverfish right over there. Are you winning, son? Hello, I've come to slap you with my fish. Chef Zest, I suppose I should feel honored. You may not know what you're stepping into. Let's see, are you willing to challenge the fury of the desert winds? Yeah. Bring it on, as long as you don't try to pour sand into my pan. Ah, there goes my plan B then. You were gonna cheat! Dude, that's rude. That's rude. Use Beck. No judgments whatsoever. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this set then. A little bit of aroma up in there going. Then we're gonna go ahead and add the evil mandragora. Easy peasy. And then go ahead, legendary crab. That bonus. Perfect. Yeah. And then we're gonna add our secret weapon, a fungus sauce, which will make them hate the vigor of that dish. Hopefully we go first. Watch, I completely do not go first. Oh boy! They're an orc. The judge is an orc. Gotcha! I win. I go first. Isn't that a lovely dish? You would eat that, right? Totally, you would eat that. It's pumpkin spice season in Dunkin's. Nice! Is that a blue Magikarp? Totally. See, I'd eat my dish before that dish. And we're good! How often do I make music? Not often enough. I want to make more music. I want to get back into bard music. I want to get back into that since I've been playing Baldur's Gate. I've been inspired to make more bard music. Very nice. Well done. You've got the spirit of the Ankan Stalker. An Ankathon Stalker. You can earn the respect of the Katek Zest. You certainly gained this bonus. Wonderful. I'm glad. Okay. Do I have this? 30 tokens. Yeah, sure. Why not? Spider Nectar Risk. I guess. Alright, I need one more I need one more cat to slap with my fish. What is that? Like, bard music is what you hear in, like, medieval taverns and all that stuff. It's just the guy in the corner of the room playing. It's basically the guy that plays Hey There Delilah in like, bars. Only more fantastical. Alright, where can I slap another cat with my fish? Where? Yeah, here, perfect. Here we are. Hello, I've come to challenge you. Ah, a human made it to the silver tier. It would be marvelous to make our ancestral traditions dance with your local wonders. Sure. Yeah. If you put it like that, there's no way I can say no. Come, friend. Let us make marvels together. Sounds great. If he doesn't want it, I'll take the score. Alright. Okay. I want to go second this for— you have a lovely voice. Thank you. I want to be able to do more covers and I want to do more songs eventually. I just need time. Alright. But we're going to first start with this and we're going to immediately start stirring. Just get that going. And we're also going to— why do I have— okay. Whatever. Alright, then we're gonna add another breaded spider leg. Spider leg, spider leg. When you fry a spider leg. There we go. Slapping someone with a fish, right? Someone has 6, 7, 8 minutes about— nice. Alright. You have me play the sax. I would love to play do a duet with him playing saxophone and me singing. I would love that beyond anything. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright. Okay. Appreciate it. Ta-da! I got the bonus too, is great. Nom 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 nom. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that beautiful score. Love the physics and the ingredients of the pen. I love it. It's very like bouncy and like squishy and I love it. Everything is just so squishy. Alright, so we want to go first this time around. We're going to start with a carrot. And then we're going to go ahead and add that blowfish. Alright, easy peasy. And then we're going to add some pink dough. Easy peasy dish. As you can see, not a lot of points, but we're gonna get some real nice bonuses, and we're already ahead of the game, so we should be good. Everything's made of rubber. It's great. This game is really, really good. I like this game a lot. There are just some bugs in there that would need a complete overhaul of the system, and that's the problem, is that it needed a little more time and a little more support from outside sources to be able to, like, really nail down those bugs. Alright. I'll take those bonuses, please, and thank you. That's right. Beautiful, and I'll take that bonus, thank you. It looks delish. Right? Thank you! And I think we're good. I think we won this one. Ooh. Very nice. I guess I need more time in the oven. Like, it's a great game. I just wish it had more support to be able to continue, like, cracking down on the bugs and all that stuff. Oh, the comedy in this game is absolutely phenomenal. If you love Monty Python, like, you know this comedy. Why was he so angry? Why did he say those such horrible things? And he didn't even say the same name of the dish properly. I'm sorry, sis. I need some time alone. Nah, he's an angry guy, dude. I understand. He's just an angry motherfucker. 60, let's see. 70 tokens. I only have 20. Can't. Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. Alright. So, we finished the Silver League just now, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Gold League. Cooking Mama and Mickey. I want to play more. Would you guys be actually interested in me playing Cooking Mama? Like, legitimately playing Cooking Mama? I know I did Cook Stars, but, like, the other games. Pure curiosity. Okay, but, hey.
Well, here you are. It's a no one surprise. Gold tier no less. Ready to face the champion of the Nyari League. Don't get too cocky because you defeated their spiritual leader, though. There's a lot of millennial talent around here.
Yes, and you've been screeching at every single one of their masters.
This again? I thought you understood.
I did, up to a point. However, I think you take your obligations too far. I mean, you yell and curse and compare dishes to horrible things. Even dishes from the silver tier. Do you really know all that much about millennia-old Nyarian traditions to justify that level of despisal and harshness? I mean, you don't actually have Custodian Anzashi's authority.
Well, it's my persona. This is still Concordia, and the show must go on. Everyone knows there's some hyperbole in theatrics.
Some people do, others do not. I mean, some chefs didn't give it a second thought, but others are a bit shocked and devastated after your assaults.
Well, I'm sorry they didn't get it, but I wasn't criticizing them. I was criticizing their job. They need to compartmentalize.
Sometimes there's no compartment. I've met enough chefs in the city to know that they pour their soul into cooking. You can't compartmentalize your soul. I heard some wizard try once, but now he can't wear glasses.
What about people who don't actually care about cooking, then? What about crooks and scammers who sell junk and pretend it's gold? Should they get away with it because others can't take some criticism?
I don't know. I just know that if I had a sledgehammer, I'd make sure to only swing it when something actually deserves to be broken beyond repair. Are you slowly getting it, my dude? Like, you can't just criticize everything. Like, if you criticize everything, you're no better than a contrarian, to be very honest. Because what if we start criticizing the things you like? What if we start criticizing your skills? Oh, you talk funny. Like, oh, your words are childish, like, second grade shit. Oh, you have the mind of a child because you can't think of an actual intelligent conversation. All you can do is just yell and scream like a child's having a tantrum. It's one of those things where you need to be able to watch what you say and understand what you're saying and how it affects people. Because it's not just the person you're telling that's affecting them, it's what you're saying and also the people who are hearing the words you're saying.
The current champion will wait to the end of the street with the food stands. He has the most important takeaway restaurant in the city and supplies a lot of people. So make sure you are ready before challenging him. The guy is an institution in Ambrosia.
I see. Sorry this got too dense, but
just go already.
Alright. It is what it is. I now have a golden fish. I shall now go slap that cat with my golden fish. Alright. I tell that to every boomer breathing. It's rough. It's okay to criticize things, but understand your criticisms and understand the level of criticism. Of whether or not you're actually criticizing something because it's bad, or just criticizing something because, fuck it, why not? Understand that. Yeah, if you give jabs, you better be able to take jabs. Exactly. Alright, so, hi, Nyazo. I'd like to slap you with my golden fish. Ah, challenge. It's been a long time. Not many people around here would dare challenge someone who worked at the original Nyom Meow. But you don't know what that means. How could you? Anyway. I'm ready to defend the title. The last chef of the Nyom Meow. A ghost of the Meowtherland. I shall face you in battle. Okay. Well, I wanted to, but now I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Ha! Nonsense! Titles must be earned and defended. Pity has no place here. Besides, you will need to defeat me first. Alright. It's like, work on your tone! It's okay to criticize something, just work on your tone, unless you're just gonna act like a condescending ass. Alright. Sounds good. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, let's go ahead and start with a blowfish, and we're just gonna immediately start stirring. We're gonna go first no matter what. Let's go ahead and add the hypnofish. There we go. Just to ensure that. Alright, and then let's go ahead and add the Penguin Ghost. Penguin Ghostato. Very nice. It's so rubber. It's a rubber meal, guys! Very simple dish at the start. I know. It's a very, very easy, simple dish at the start. Everyone's on a hair. I'm scared to say anything nowadays because everyone's on a hair. Yeah, it's today's place is where we all are just angry at each other. We're all just angry. Oh, I started off negative, but it's alright. It's fine. No matter what, we're gonna get hit. No matter what. It's fine. Okay. Okay. We're starting off on the back foot. I may have to restart this one, but it's fine. I don't mind if I restart another one. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and pump out these flavors. Alright. Getting some bonuses up here. What's the time right now? 12:42. Alright, and then one more breaded Irwin. There we go, we get back up in there. And go. Alright. I mean, that's a pretty damn good looking meal, not gonna lie. It's fine. Have you ever watched Food Wars? Yes, I have. I was very disappointed in the last season. Very disappointed in the last season. Okay. Alright. I may have to restart this, but it's alright. We're gonna start with we're gonna do some goldfish first. And we're gonna add some sauce. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and Add another fish. And add another fish. Let's see what happens. I may have to restart this fight, but it's all good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to restart it. It's alright. Okay. Oh, good. I thought I had a pretty decent one, but it's like, because of the judge's taste, that was the thing that caught me. Alright. Not a problem. You can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. Alright. Then at that point, I need to make up a new dish. So come on. Not a problem. We'll go ahead and head on back to the farm. Yep, we're gonna go back to the villa. Yeah, protect sick ale sometimes, all good. Alright. So, we are dealing with a problem. So we start off with anti-spice, and then we go into anti-spirit, and then we go into anti-sophistication. So that's 3 rounds of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's build a dish, shall we? Alright. Let's go ahead and start off. So, first round is anti-spice, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the sand blowfish. Might as well go for that. What can we do bonus-wise? This one we can start off when it is... Let's see. 3rd round, we can start off with this one. And then... Probably do that. Let's see. Do. I'm doing a lot of math here. A lot of math. Oh, actually, that would be good for this one. And that would be good there, and then... Sorry, I'm just doing a lot of real quick thinking, because I'm like, gotta think quick, gotta think quick. Let's see. Do that. I need something for that bonus without actually using animal product. I mean, at least see. Yeah, all of this is animal product. Let's think. Alright, there we go. Cute lizard. What's your favorite thing you like to cook? I like to cook, bistec, as well as, machado. Those are really fun, delicious dishes to make. Really tasty and delicious. Please, can I make actually something in here? Let's see. Surumi. I need 2 mud eels and a crab. Wait, hold on. I might as well. So 2 mud eels and a crab. Got it. Make some surimi, that'll be good for the first dish. I still giggle over the time you won by serving a dish with nothing but wood. I mean, it worked. I won. Machado, what's that? Think like beef with a tomato sauce. That's the simplest way. Beef and potatoes with a tomato sauce. It is a heavily like Filipino / Hispanic dish. So let me get 2 of these. And then let me go grab the crab. Come here, Mr. Crab. Come here. I need you for a dish. Alright. Here. Head on back. Should be able to finish off the Nyarring League today before the day goes out. Like, it is very delicious. I'll just say it's very delicious. Sounds yummy. Put it over rice. It's perfect. Alright. Go ahead and make that. Then we're good there. So that'll be bonuses for there. Perfect. That can multiply. Alright. Then, what could I add here? So... putting things on time. Let's go over here and grab some tomatoes. Got some tomatoes to make a tomato sauce. Easy peasy. Make a nice tomato sauce. Very good. Yeah, we get tomato sauce right here. Then switch that. Perfect. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and try let's try that fight again, shall we? Let's try that fight again where I'm not an idiot. And Cold, you don't have to have spam lock on, my dude. You don't have to have cap lock on. I promise. You don't have to. What if everything was edible like I mean, MKU, can we be very honest? Everything is edible. It's just a matter of you being able to stomach it. Just saying. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? I think we have a better fighting chance this time around. But Cap's like, but no. You don't have to yell in here. This orc guy already yells enough. Everything's edible if you're brave enough. Exactly. Alright. So we're already starting off with a high. Yep. So... yeah, okay. So, we're gonna start off with this. Should I add M&M's or chocolate chips? For what? For what recipe? Gonna go ahead and add these. The royal eel. Nice deliciousness in the pan. Delicious. Very good. And then while we're at it, let's go ahead and add our mushroom sauce. Easy peasy. Cookies? Oh, chocolate chips, definitely. Chocolate chips. Which, by the way, Brian bought some M&M cookies recently. I gotta go get it. Alright. Look at that. I think we're pretty squared in this one. Look at that. Very easy dish. Boom. Oh, Cajun seasoning on food is always good. Cajun seasoning is absolutely phenomenal. It's okay to not type with caps lock, my friend. This guy already yells enough. That looks like a much better dish. It's fine. Look at that. Look at that. Starting off strong. Do you prefer like vegetables or vegetables? Vegetables, 100%. The authentic fiber that you can get from regular vegetables is better than vegetable juice. Love cookies with chocolate chips and peanut butter. Yum. Alright, so I'm in the lead now. So we should be good now. Alright. So, we want to stay away from spirits, so let's go ahead and do our spicy dish. Even toast, add some cajun. Exactly. Yeah, let's go ahead and just add the crab now. And then we're gonna add our tomato sauce. Look at that. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our toasted cuttlefish. Toasted cuttlefish. Toasted cuttlefish. That was supposed to multiply our stuff, but whatever. I think we're still in line. I think we're still good. What are cookies in the new currency? Everyone would be eating them when we go into debt. Every single person would be going into debt. Let's be real here. Alrighty. The nom your face. That's fine. Not a problem. There we go. Now we're in the lead. Judging to lay off the caffeine, right? And the harder to make them more expensive it would be, right? Now, does that mean, like, cookies with gold leaf are more expensive than, like, regular cookies? Is that a better currency if it has gold leaf on it? What about savory cookies? How did those fare in the currency? Alright. Time to finish off with a big spiritual fish. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Look at how it glistens and glows. The light of God says I will win this fight. Alright, and then this. Very good, and we're good. Cookies is money? What is it, cookie clicker, right? I don't understand about people talking about pineapple pizza taste. Is it horrible though? For some, they don't like the taste of tomato with pineapple. Some people don't like cheese with pineapple, but ham with pineapple is actually really a really good combination. So I'm not saying pineapple on pizza is good. I'm just saying that's the combination that really spawns that argument and that agreement. There we go. Alright, we're good to go. We won this one. Ricotta cookie could be more expensive than a chocolate chip, right? We're just talking about like cookies as currency. Alright, we got it this time. The war behind it is like people imagining a very juicy and sweet fruit on a savory dish. It's kind of like how when you ask someone how their opinions on mole, and everyone's like, what the fuck's mole? And you tell them what the mole is, and they just go, what the fuck? A young man disembarks at a port far away from home and alone in this world manages to crush everyone who stands in his path to prosperity. So this is how it feels from the other side. Congratulations, Sis. Take good care of the title. Thanks. Alright. We did the thing. We won the points. Let me go get that tuxedo first. Because that tuxedo was pretty fancy. Because I think I got 50 points off of that. Yep. Yep. I have 90. Perfect. Mine. Perfect. Alright. And is there anything else that I was able to get and buy with my points? Oh, I guess I'll just check later. Alright, but hey! I finished!
Congratulations, Sis. You are the new champion of the Yarn League. It's a pretty prestigious position.
I feel honored. Thank you.
I've also been thinking about that chat we had. Look, I can't say I agree with you, at least not completely.
I'm just a guy, man. I don't expect to always be right.
Not always, but there's a modicum of truth in what you said. However, my rage, my negativity, if you will, are pretty much a natural reaction.
But being natural doesn't mean it's justified.
Even if it isn't justified, if it's sincere, it's good enough for me. I am a voice, an angry voice that exists within everyone. And sometimes people need to see their anger materialized. However, I'm not a bully. I never wanted to be one. How did I come to this? Acting as a judge of the Nyaran cuisine, taking the place for one of their custodians. and yelling at their confused faces? Man, this was not the idea. I became famous for being brutally honest and ruthless. I punched the stuck-up titans of cuisine who thought they were too good to be criticized. And now here I am, screeching at poor, powerless sods who pretty much just crawl away in tears, not even trying to fight back. The transition has been so smooth that I didn't even notice. When did I start punching down?
Well, reaching the top doesn't leave much room for punching up, I suppose.
But I'm not one for kind, kitty-gloved words and hypocrisy. If I hate something, I say it. What should I do, then? Retire?
No, I don't think so. We're all grown-ups here. And you're right that we're serious pros and we need thick skin. Just maybe remember that you're not a rebel scorpion stinging titans in the toe anymore. You're more like a giant crunching rats with a tree trunk in most cases. Not everyone is Chef Bolton.
Can't promise anything. But I will begin by trying to convince Mal to return to this position to an apprentice of the Weow and the Katek. Or at least someone more diplomatic like Angra. I wonder why she wasn't the first choice to begin with.
I thought you made those decisions as a group. No. That little group of critics, no.
In any case, congratulations, you've achieved quite something here. You've got reason to be proud.
That's nice of you.
Don't get used to it.
Alrighty. If tomato is a fruit and you put sauce on a pizza, does that make pizza dessert? That depends on what you conflate as a fruit and whether or not it's meant to be a sweet dessert or not. Some desserts are actually savory. You'd be surprised how many savory desserts there are. Why do I have 20 points still? Am I missing something I can buy? I have 20 freaking points still. I bought the spider thing. Yeah, I have 20 more coins left. Oh, the hat. Yep, there you go. Perfect. Alright. So we good. We just defeated the Nyarin League. Easy peasy. Yeah, buy ticket. Villa. Yep. Head on home. Very good. Yeah. Luckily for us, we have some meals we have to get through. We have to feed Birch a little bit, which I luckily have some dishes prepared for me right here. Let's go ahead and feed... Yeah, here you go. Bird roast and delicious sauces. Very nice. And then for me, I will eat yeah, I'll eat this. So, alright. Might as well see if I can max out real quick. Like chocolate strawberry. Yeah, it's like... Sure, I'd rather just have something sweet so it floods my veins with sugar. Let's see how many people here have played Anarchy's Reigns. Olive and pineapple pizza is not a fruit salad pizza. Totally. Alright, let's go ahead and eat this meal, and then we can keep going. We've conquered the Nyarin League, so now we can keep going. Boop. So a banana is a berry, and strawberry is not a berry. Why label a berry and not be one? Not sure. I actually don't know the ins and outs of legalities with, that. Yeah, let's do the stir fry. Nom. Level 49. Easy peasy. Yeah, fish are also bees. Exactly. Do. And so, quest-wise, we just gotta earn prestige. When you reach 35, I think we're past 35 prestige. We're at 61 prestige, I believe. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Legally? Probably. I don't know. I did not go to school for culinary. I did not go to school to learn culinary skills or information. So I would not be the person to ask. I just love cooking games. Cooking games just keep me calm. I really like it. Cooking and fishing games are really fun. That's why Palia, the new Palia game, the MMO that's out, I love Palia to death. I love Palia. Yeah, I'm at 63 prestige. Yep. There it is. All these facts, should I be screaming about it or not? I mean, do you drink soup? Yes. Capybara is also a fish. Like, there's so many There are so many legals and laws that are based for like the purpose of protecting religion or protecting environment, etc., etc. There's a lot of things involved. All right. Good morning, knuckleheads. It's time for a meeting.
My friends, I have to say that we're doing very, very well. The clients are valuing us as one of the top restaurants in Ambrosia.
Do you have any data to compare this with, though? I mean, it's very good to know that our customers like our place, but we can't really say if we're doing better than others without some indicators.
A few restaurants have asked to join the revolution. Soon the critic union will be in for a rude awakening.
Okay, but this has been going on long enough. It's time to tell us what the hell is your beef with the critic union.
It's a bit personal. Makes me a bit sad to talk about it.
What could they have done to you? They eat food and talk about it. Come on, Valzoy! Come on, Valzoy, open your heart!
If I must. It happened a few years ago, when I was in Volcradia. I used to work at a crystal processing plant. The job was tough, but well paid. By the end of the day, we were all very exhausted. But every evening, we went to that little place. A small tavern, set between Area 6 and 8 of the industrial district, but always packed with radium refinery workers. The owner was a young woman everyone loved. That place served a dish called the Mega Meatballs, the biggest lumps of meat you have ever seen. It was a real delight to enjoy them after a hard day of work. The refinery worker life was tough. We were tired of the world, tired of our foremen, our bosses, our politicians. But once we went there, all those problems vanished and, for a brief moment, life was perfect. Until one day, a critic from a prestigious magazine came. The owner was very excited about it. He asked for the meatballs and ate a few chomps of them. He was full before going through half of the dish, of course. He didn't share the hunger of the clientele who got there after long hours at the refineries. He politely thanked her and left. A few days later, the article came.
Did he cheer her up? Make a restaurant lose prestige?
Worse. He said the cooking was good, but the helpings were so large they felt obscene and tacky. So the owner went for smaller meatballs.
Oh my god. Wait. So, in order to operate properly as a business, and to understand that having smaller meatballs would bring in more profits, and not only that, not only bring in more profit, but also be able to afford more ingredients for said meatballs, so you'd have more meatballs, technically. That's the problem that you have with the critic union? I mean, I get it. Smaller meatballs versus like big mega meatballs, I get it, the injustice. But on a business standpoint, that was probably the best thing she could do. Because think about how much money you'd be spending on meat. Just think about that.
The critic came back, praised the decision, and the place started doing quite well. For a while. Suddenly, it wasn't exclusive for the workers, and people from all over Volograd came to see the picturesque little place the rabble loved so much. But it was a sad day for all the usual patrons. Somehow, the place felt tainted for us. The workers from the factory now felt that the rations, once fulfilling, were not as satiating anymore in order to make others happy. The worst part is, we felt that something we found perfect had been taken away from us by people who didn't love it for what it was. Eventually, even the snobs who were curious about the place found some other flavor of the month and the little tavern dived out. With the usual customers long gone and the new ones growing tired of the place, the owner ended up closing the doors and leaving town. This saddened me deeply. None of that had needed to happen. We were used to the top dog stepping all over us constantly, but stealing the little pleasures of life, that was too much. The bar was closed, but that critic is still out there, offering guidance to yet another business. That's when I decided something needed to be done. That's when I decided to return the power to the people, to those who really cared, could be heard as well as act as a counterweight. And that's my story.
Mm-hmm. That's even more ridiculous than this idiot's epiphany with the pirate ship! How can you say that, Michaela? It's so moving! It's not moving at all. You're telling me that you started this crusade because someone's meat lumps were a bit less abundant? How childish do you have to be?
Well, if you put it like that, it loses a bit of nuance.
Nonsense, you mean? Critics just offer their honest opinions. If he thought that the rations were too large, his duty was to say it, not to think about someone else liking it or not. He was the analyst.
What about the usual patrons, then?
He doesn't know about the usual patrons. He doesn't have to know about them. That was the bar owner's responsibility. She was presented with an analysis and had to make a decision. A smart person should know where the soul of their cuisine lies. Critics only offer honest opinions. It's on you to listen to the adequate one.
You might be right.
Of course I am right.
You know, not gonna lie, Mitriel is kind of right here.
It's one thing to like, that's why if you're a creative, you have to be very particular about listening to critiques. Because there are just some people that just critique for the sake of critiquing, and they kind of like how that first orc was, where it's like it was just doing for the sake of critiquing. It's just like, oh, this is my personal opinion, this is what all that stuff, and it's like, it's one thing when it's like that, but you are a voice who could have a reflection of many. But at the same time, is it truly going to be beneficial for your business if you lose the audience you had? That's why for me, the hardest decision I made was to stop the rap battles until I want to do the rap battles. Because on the pure basis of I originally started just doing them for fun. I did the rap battles because I just wanted to have some fun. I wanted to make some beats and make the characters rap against each other. It was kind of fun. And then everyone started expecting it, and then I was getting heavy critiques on it. I was getting all of this stuff, and I'm like, bro, I could just move on. I could just do all this stuff and just do more creative things, do more let's plays, etc., etc. And it's just, it's much more freeing when you know that you're in control of the critiques that come your way. You're in control. So really, it's on the tavern girl's fault. It's on this tavern woman's fault that her business kind of sank, because she decided to take the opinion of a critic versus all of the patrons who are currently still there. That's not to say that it's not a good decision or a bad decision or what, like, it's not either or. It's a matter of, it's hard to break an old habit to move on to a different habit. Yeah, so it's like, if your clientele is that heavily invested, like for example, in your food, and you change it all of a sudden, you're absolutely going to lose that clientele. But that's a choice you're going to have to make. My choice for me stopping my rap battles is that people continuously ask for them, or they've left the channel and unsubscribed from the channel. That's fine. That's a decision that I've made. So, but it's not on the critic, and it's not on the influence behind the decision's fault. It's the one who made the decision. So yeah, that's just my opinion, though.
You only need to find the right critic. As far as the right critic is with it, as far as the right critic is within the critic union.
The critic union is constructed with fairness and truth. They are seasonal cultural experts.
Well, our customers are not, but they're the ones who come here to eat every day.
Cuisine is something more than just eating every day. Some people love the craft a bit more than that and try to push it forward.
Perhaps I do. But the ones who love cuisine have no right to lord it over those who love food.
Funny. If only you stopped drinking and acting like a fool, you might be even someone to actually have a conversation with.
I'm just saying that I can't see why it's so bad to offer them a voice as well.
It can become a hindrance for innovation.
Or an anchor to a reality.
Guess it's a matter of taking a leap of faith.
Or picking your own poison.
I don't buy that. I'll never concede that the very respectable opinion of 1,000 randos can trump the criteria of an educated master.
That's a very respectable opinion.
Ha, come on, come on, you two, there's work to do. This was getting a bit too intense for me anyway.
So, what do you think, Zest?
Oh, yeah, sure. I completely believe your story.
That's not what I was asking.
Oh.
Ha! Okay, then. You really have run out of dams to give, haven't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you
I guess? What else was I supposed to say? I don't know. I could have another meeting, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and... Oh, wait, hey. New order. Oh, they want heavy flavors like that. Do I have anything like that? Let's go ahead and work. Let's work our butt. Let's go. Work! 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 Look at that. Oh, it's 1 a.m. We gotta get going. We gotta go home. We gotta go home. Video game critics and general public disagree on what's good and bad more and more. There's always going to be a disparagement between the general public and critics. There's always going to be a disparagement. Because critics, that's their life. They've done their time learning about the ins and outs of the business. They've done their time learning their ins and outs of game development. They may even be game developers themselves. There will always be a disparagement between both because what we think is okay and what we think is not okay is different from what a critic thinks is okay and not okay. Critics essentially have separated themselves from the vocal majority, from the high majority, in order to have their opinions be heard, because that's their job, but also to really try and innovate going forward rather than finding what's enjoyable, what's not, on a baseline basis. Does that make sense? Does that kind of make sense? I hope that kind of makes sense. It's very odd. It's a very odd situation to be in, that's for sure. Actually, we're gonna hold here for a bit. Yeah. What'd you miss? I was gone. We just beat the Culinarium League, the Nyarian League. So we're just kind of vibing. I do have to do a thing, so hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let me go ahead and bring this here, move these up. Alright. We have our own opinions. Some people like, some people dislike their opinions. So it's not odd. But take a look at, for example, the Rotten Tomatoes things that's happening thus far. How Rotten Tomatoes has such a disparage between what people think are good and what critics think are good. Just take a look at that disparagement and you'll understand what I mean. Hey! Will this help you with the nets? What is this? Tender spider silk. That's a pretty strong material. Tender spider's nets are known to be able to trap an elephant. That will work? I think so. Just give it some time. We have a promising idea where this crystal might be wrestled at. Okay. Then I trust you guys. Alright. While we're waiting for the fishermen, let's go ahead and have that meeting and continue the story. Alrighty. Wake up, sleepyheads! Well, crew, everything has been going smoothly for the last few days. I believe we can afford a bit of celebration. Been pretty uneventful here lately. It's nice, but I miss a lot of trouble to keep us on our toes.
I don't know. I have to say that some stability is kind of great. Maybe we could use this moment of calm to take care of some specific business we have left to the wayside.
And what is that?
It's about time we come up with a nice name for the place. I thought this place was named Restaurant.
Come on, Friska, don't ruin the mood.
Fine. Some brainstormings will be fun.
Well, we should all be here for this. Where's Squirg? Squirg, get over here! Sorry, exist, but there's someone here asking for you. For me? Yeah, she's a woman, I suppose. A woman? Yes, shall I let her in? No! Just tell her I'm not here!
Ugu? Who? Hello?
Who the fuck are you?
Hi, everybody! Pleased to meet you all! You know her, Zest? Is she the one you were running away from?
No, I've never seen her in my life.
Who are you and what do you want? Well, I heard there was a restaurant in the Old Port District that was gaining fame quite fast. I also heard it was run by a peculiar bunch, and boy, were they right. I thought it would be an amazing opportunity to make some great new friends, and maybe teach you all the true secrets of cuisine. Grandma always used to say that I had a gift for cooking, so that one day I would unlock my true potential and bring joy to people's hearts. So cooking became my life. I've been through a lot of tough times, but always found the strength and the power of the shared love we can get from a hearty meal. I may look young to you, but I'm an elf. I'm older than all of you. I even took part in the war. Teehee! I'm sure we'll be great friends, and speaking of friends, here's Steak Maru. I'm sure he'll captivate the hearts of all your customers. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the hell?
Oh my god, what the hell is that? Bro.
Steaku, Steaku.
Oh my god, my stomach. Oh god, I can't.
I can't wait to start this new adventure with you all!
Steaku.
I'm crying! I'm fucking crying! Oh god! What the fuck?
Hi, I'm Ugu and I committed war crimes!
Breathe! Oh, I gotta breathe! I gotta breathe! I gotta breathe, hold on! Hold on! Oh, breathe! 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 Ooh, breathe! Where are we going with chat? Where are we going with him? What? 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 Just get out of here! What the fuck? Oh my god! Wait. Literally, we just went, take her back. Just take her back. Take her back. Oh my god. That was, what the hell? Well, crew, everything has been going quite smoothly for the past few days. I believe we're gonna be
I would say so.
So, we were about to discuss a name for the restaurant?
Yes, we were, but actually, I have a proposition first. I think it will fit quite well.
Ah, it's good that you finally come up with something for a change.
Yes, I only needed to believe in the thing. Well, let's hear it then. What name do you propose?
What? What? Was that a giant carrot rocket? And it just landed in my restaurant? What? What in the seven hells is this? How? Why? I swear to Temperance that I try to blend in! But the very moment I allow myself to believe that the city might not be so crazy after all, a giant carrot comes crashing through the roof!
Calm down, Zest! I'm sure there's an explanation for this.
Go ahead then. Give it a try.
Maybe someone was trying to reach the moon?
With a giant carrot? Maybe they were trying to feed the moon then. I'd say this is stupid. But a giant, self-propelled carrot just crashed into our restaurant. So I guess that this lunacy makes as much sense as anything! Lunacy. This reeks of the Infinigon. I'm paying a visit to Professor Zorvian right now!
Calm down, Zest. It's never a good idea to start yelling at one of those maniacs. Besides, I don't think it was their doing.
Why?
I've seen those flying carrots before. They're from the Transcendent, the restaurant with the Festimancer siblings.
Well, let's pay them a visit then.
It won't be that easy. The Transcendent is currently the best restaurant in Ambrosia, meaning that the Festimancers are currently the best chefs in the world.
I'm not surprised, considering they crushed their rival restaurants with gigantic vegetable projectiles!
My point is that it's in the upper city, which means...
Yeah, we can't just get there because of a blasted spy again! I'll talk to a few contacts in the watch. Maybe we'll be able to get a permit, considering that there's a bit of a legal issue at the moment.
You do that. We'll try to keep the restaurant working normally and gain more visibility.
Yeah, right. Visibility. This way they'll have an easier time when they decide to hit us with a giant cucumber! Jesus Christ. We're just trying to, like, do a job, and now there's a giant carrot in our roof. My goodness. Oy, oy, oy. Let's get going. Yep, now a carrot rocket, right? trying to leave. Yep, and there it is, the giant carrot in our fucking roof. My god. Alright. Why an eggplant on tomato and make a salad, right? Just make a salad. Alright. There's just so much happening in this game, and it's ridiculous, and I love it. I love it a lot. Alright. Yeah, Zest is just so 100% done. Alright. Let's head on downstairs. Alright, so... Fine, the rest of that's fine. So, Urge of Prestige. We're level 50 already. We're at 63, so we should be good to keep going. Yeah, he did kind of give up a while ago. Like, I'm not surprised at all. Eh, hold on. Should we hold a party? Let's hold a party. I feel like we should hold a party. We'll throw a party. We're throwing a party. Eat some food and some fries and potatoes. Very good. Sit down and breathe the air. Change into some swimsuits and go into the pool. Yeah. Very nice. And switch back clothes because we need to dress properly. Let's try this new tuxedo. Oh my god, that tuxedo. Let's go. Oh no. I like. Ooh. 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 Oh yeah, we're so keeping this one. Let's go. All right. Stop the party. All right. Party at 9 a.m. It's called a brunch. All right. Nope. Come on. Fancy. We're dressing up fancy. Love it. Are we gonna burn down the fancy restaurant? Maybe. Yeah, Zest is 100% done with this town. Like, the fact that he came here to hide because he apparently committed fucking... What is it? He committed fucking, regicide. Regicide? Was it regicide? Or just some sort of... matricide or something like that. Ah, so that's great news. I found the crystal. I see. It's bigger than expected. Dragging it back was no easy feat, I'll tell you that. But the thing seems to be in perfect shape. Yes, fortunately, it's in good condition. But as expected, it's completely depleted. There's no magical charge in the crystal. We need to pay for a mage to redo the enchantment to power it back up. That would cost a small fortune. A mage, huh? Let me take care of this. How? Let's handle the details. He's a resourceful one. Come on, we'll help you carry this thing to the top of the lighthouse. You've already helped a lot. Hey, helping you do it.
Helping you do this means helping us all as well. Everyone in the district would love with that big candle lit up again. I see. Come on, take this thing to the tower. It's gonna be a bit harder. Maybe Bonificius, Bonificus? I can never pronounce that right. Well, lend us a few hands. Might as well ask the Nyarians as well. If they're not big fans, even if they're not big fans of magic crystals.
But is Regicide killing everyone? Okay, it's Regicide.
Good luck with that. I'm gonna see if I can find a mage that's willing to help us.
So we gotta go talk to the sorcerers over at the Infinigon. Let's go talk to the sorcerers over at the Infinigon.
Yep, 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 yep.
Alright. Alright, what we got here? Alright, so... Don't mind me, I'll be right back. Hey,
Proto Vortex. Good to see you. Hey, Jala.
what is it, Prancer?
You seem pretty good with your magical contraptions.
It's called Mechanical Magica.
Yes, I was wondering if you could give us a hand with the lighthouse.
Ha! Why would I do something like that?
Because it would be nice and the people of the district love it and they would be grateful. Guess I'll need to look somewhere else then. Wait, Zess, you say that the people seem to be emotionally attached to that lighthouse?
It's a bit of a local symbol.
Progressor, I think we should help. I think it sounds like the kind of thing that would help us gain the trust of the locals. Cooperation agreement covers this kind of stuff. Yes, I agree. Shala, go and give them a hand.
Really? Now I need to go and help those pumpkins?
Yes, maybe it'll compensate for all the name calling you like to do.
I don't need to compensate nothing.
You're still young and arrogant. Hey, we've all been there where mages whoop-de-doo. But I've had my fair share of running away from mobs and angry bumpkins. I don't want this to happen here. So get out there and appease the crowd.
Yes, Progressor. I'll meet you at the lighthouse after work, Prancer. I love the calling of Prancer. We're gonna just chat a little bit, because she's cute. I love this witch girl. She's cute. Alright, but moving on. Alright, we gotta go to the lighthouse. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Running around. There we go. Heyo. Jala says she come to work after work. I'm supposed to come back at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Jesus Christ, between those times? Jesus. Keep earning prestige. I guess we can just go and talk. Well, you know what? It's almost 8, so let's go ahead and just fuck around a little bit. Swim in the swim stew. Get in the swim stew. I know you're gonna disappear. That's right. Yeah, we're gonna surf. Spend a little time. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Alright. Let me go ahead and relax on. You don't need... I actually probably could procure those 10 bottles of milk, but hold on. I want to relax first. Relax. Cool. Alright. What else could I do to kind of waste... I should probably change back into my clothes! Yeah, so I probably should change back. Tuxedo. There we go. You gotta wait till 8, huh? Do 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 do. One more hour. Good. Alright. Alright, head down. There we go. I got some help. Great, the crystal's already in place.
This is pretty basic tech. Outdated enchantments, insufficient output. You're lucky to have someone like me around.
So you can make this work again like it did before.
Like before. I can make it work 1,000 times better.
I don't think we need to work 1,000 times better, we just need it to work.
Nonsense, such a gigantic resonanium crystal in such a insignificant manner? This should be a crime! But it's alright, I'm here to set things as they should be. Very well, that should do it. Let's power this up.
Shouldn't we do this at a distance?
Don't be a penguin.
Zest, get down here!
No need to tell me twice.
Cowards. Well, all the more glory for me. Behold!
Well, look at that. It worked.
Of course it worked! I'm an expert in mechanomagica.
That's a little too much. You're burning a fucking. You're burning a building.
And now thanks to my work, the dock is a little more safe and... Oh my god, shut it down, shut down! How do I disconnect this? Why doesn't they have an emergency block?
So, it seems like we have a functional death ray instead of a lighthouse.
Since the mighty Infinigon seems to be a bit busy dealing with the authorities, maybe I can be of assistance.
Do tell.
Before everything went so high-tech, I heard of people using more natural systems to power up devices such as this one.
Like what?
Like some sort of magical fertilizer?
Magical fertilizer.
Yes, like deposits from magical animals such as a unicorn. Put enough of them near the crystal, it will slowly absorb the magical during the day and release it during the night without destroying the world in the process.
What do you think, Zest? I don't know. Might be worth a try. I'm glad to help, but unicorns are not exactly common animals nowadays.
I don't know. You can always try looking in the misty eastern reaches of the forest if you haven't already. Or they used to wander the place long ago. Oh, no, I have a unicorn. So what type of unicorn stuff would we need?
Oh, 5 unicorn. Easy.
Unicorn deluxe.
I think I have 5? Question mark? Alright, but let me go check. Might as well speed forward house to home. But we have a death ray. Nice. All you say is nice. Alright. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, look at that, we have enough. And we also have enough milk, so wait, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Oh, we have enough milk for that girl. Perfect. Alright. Might as well. Alright. Let's keep going. Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. Boop-a-doo, ba-doo, boop-a-doo. Boop-a-doo, ba-doo, boop-a-doo. Ah-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba. Alright, there we go. Hey-o. I got it. I got it. I got it right here. I got it. I have the unicorn poop. Great. Let's see if Valkyrie's system works. Fine. The lighthouse is working again. Oh, perfect. It's working as normal. And it's all thanks to you. To me. You're the one who's been keeping this place from ruin for the whole last 2 decades. Yes, but you helped bring it back. A lot of people helped. Turns out this lighthouse may really be the symbol you thought it was. Trying to get back on has made everyone happy.
And it's talking about collecting money to give you a wage so you can keep working and maintaining the lighthouse full time.
That would be quite something. The district is getting back into good shape, but I wonder for how long it will last. Dark times may be inevitable, Carmilla. But bright times may be fragile and fleeting. But don't let circumstances drown you. Live, damn it! Don't crawl into a corner for 20 years. Well, we do have a functional lighthouse now, because I crawled into that corner.
Sounds to me like you suffered crippling depression and have been trying to rationalize it. I mean, was it worth it? For a symbol?
You don't seem to understand my struggle. Is it worth it? At a personal level, I don't know. But for the district, for other people, I think it was.
20 years living like a beggar so people could look up at a lit building for 5 minutes and think, how pretty.
Some will think how pretty. Some will think that there was a guy living 20 years as a beggar to preserve something he deemed important. And maybe, just maybe, one of them will do the same one someday. And another beacon of hope will be lit somewhere else. Might be a bit too much faith in the human spirit. Well, someone has to keep it. Fair point. Good job, my dude. You're awesome. Alright. So we did it. We did the side quest. Do we have time to talk about... Well, hold on. Let's probably just work and then we'll talk about the restaurant in the morning. Let's do some work! 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 Very good. Awesome. We maxed out our stuff. Let's go ahead and head on home. Alright. Oop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Come on. We're going home. It's 1 a.m. I think it's 1 a.m. We gotta go home. Alright. Right, yeah, tomorrow I gotta get the lady milk. Right. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Alright. I also gotta eventually earn some money to upgrade our house. Our house In the middle of our street, our house. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, let's level up if we can. Awesome. We are now chef level 50. Very good. Very good. Alright. Late night snacks are always good. Do-do-do. Boop. Yeah. Awesome. We did the thing. We won the points. Level up, chomp chomp. Is maximum 100? I have no idea what the maximum level is. I have no idea. I doubt we would be able to like breach it, but I heard that we have a new synergy with. Oh, if we start empty. Nice. If we start empty, we get with a big boost in that. Very nice. Okay. Good to know. All right. Let's get on going. Get on moving. I'm willing to bet it's like 75 is the max level. Because I think we're close to the end of the story. We just need one more boss battle to get through and then we should be done. Question mark. Alright. Let's go ahead and wait for a bit. Ooh, look at our prestige going up and up and up. Love it. Alright. I keep expecting to hear the screams from when we were first convinced when we go to bed, right? Maybe like one more. There we go. One more should be enough, and that girl should be there needing her milk. Alright. There you are. Hi! I heard you want milk. You want milk? Here you go. Here, 10 bottles of milk. Ah, great. Thank you very much. Here's some gold for you. Please don't drink it all. You'll get sick. Thank you for your concern, but I'm not a little kid. To yourself, but if I'm swimming and I see you rushing into the water, I'll get out just in case. Yeah, just don't drink it all. Alright, let's head on in. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and... Alright, knuckleheads, business. And use Valjoy. You're doing a great job with the restaurant. Reviews are going up despite the huge carrot planted in the ceiling. On my end, I got us all passes to go to Hidon Plaza. Meet me at my place at 9 p.m. at midnight when you're ready to go. Good. We'll meet at your place across the street. Alright, so we have 12 hours to kind of fuck around and find out. Can we work? No, we cannot work. Okay. What to do? What to do? Well, I could actually put in the arcade machine that I got. Where is the arcade machine that I just got? The spotlight. Oh, I can't do that because I have no way to get special wood planks. Fuck. Damn. Okay. My restaurant is still the best. It's still the prettiest fucking restaurant you've ever seen. Like, take a look at that. Anyone who tells me it's an ugly restaurant is wrong. Point blank. Alright. Let's go waste some time. Let's go talk to the fisherman. Alright. Hey, let's hang out. Yep. Great. Go talk to the witch, because she's pretty cool. Missing texture floor. Yay! Not missing. Insertable. Insertable. Hello. The witch is a cutie patootie. Love the witch, she's a cutie patootie. Alright. 5 good logs of Irwinwood? Sure. Also true. Yeah. Alright, got some spirit. Great. 6 p.m. We got 3 more hours to kind of fuck around with. What can we do for 3 hours to fuck around with? Anyone? Oh yeah, I can hang out with her. Alright. Hey, you got a band going up here. Let's go! Love that! Hey. We're just here to have some fun. Perfect. 9 p.m. Now we can go eat with Valsroy. Oh, love that music. All right. You all just vibe. Oh my god, that's a gigantic fucking fish. Wait. Hold on. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I have a theory. Yep. Are you first? Yep. This might do. Hey there. Oh, it's you, stowaway. Zest. What up? You're the ship cook now? Guess someone has to be. I don't know what we don't know what happened to the previous one. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for a job. I've had enough sea adventures, so what are you up to? I'm thinking of an old marine recipe, an ancient tradition that has kept many a crew alive in the direst circumstances. Its origins take root in a long and famous legend of the seas. A long legend. Tell me more. You got my curiosity. It is well known that one of the worst enemies a sailor can face is starvation at sea. Sometimes fishing is simply not an option. Finding yourself trapped in a dead calm and running out of supplies is a fate worse than death. Well, if it's much worse than death, you can always... Zest! What are you, a psychopath? What kind of thing is that? What kind of thing is that? That's weird. Well, it just sounds like the easy way out if you're trapped in a face worse than death. Have you ever killed yourself, lad? Well, no. Then obviously you don't know whether it's hard or not. You got me there. But then again, you cannot know if a fate's worse than death because you've never died. Anyway, a man came forth with a revolutionary new idea, one that would save the lives of thousands of sailors. 100 years ago, Captain Bugras sailed on a risky trip to the faraway islands of the Tentacle Archipelago, and he managed to get stuck at sea without provisions. Have you heard the story before, lad? No, but you're telling me about some miraculous recipe for not starving at sea, so it was a bit predictable. Though, I thought we might as well jump to the actual point. But there's a whole part with the manatees and the talking shrimp. Are they relevant to the recipe? No, but they add flavor to the story. Let's just jump to the starvation part then. Your loss. The captain and 20 sailors were trapped at sea. No provisions, no hope of reaching land anytime soon. As try as they might, no fish seemed to bite their improvised lures. The situation was desperate, but then the captain had an idea that saved them. He found that the solution had been the resource that had been right in front of their noses the whole time. What is it? The resource was the ship itself. My nose is itchy, I apologize. The captain summoned the crew in the upper deck, and without saying a word, he poured some barbecue sauce on the handrail and took a powerful bite. The smartest on the crew realized the captain's plan, and they joined in the feast. They ate the ship. Well, not the whole ship, just enough to get by and to save their lives. That's your miraculous recipe. In case of emergency, eat the galleon. Of course, there were some skeptics, just like you. Half the crew refused to follow the captain's plan. They all died of starvation. The captain and the remaining crew told the story to the world when they were found by the Imperial fleet. Their ship badly damaged, but still afloat. The tradition of the timber chowder was born that day, and that's why every decent crew always Birch, can you stop pushing me away from a really nice conversation here? Though every decent crew always carries a barrel of barbecue sauce on board. In case you have to use the ship, I see. Just one little thing. Birch, could you stop pushing me? The crew members who died. Did anyone find their bodies? I don't think so, no. So, let me get this straight. Half of the crew disappeared without a trace, and people just believed the survivors when they said they avoided starvation by eating the ship with barbecue sauce. Yes, it was well-known folklore. I hate to be the one who tells you, but the captain was lying. What do you mean? I mean that the captain and the survivors probably didn't eat the ship with barbecue sauce. It doesn't go well with food. I bet they use mustard. How dare you? You're insulting the ancestral recipe, sir. And so, ancient or not, I bet it can be improved. You bet, eh? Then put your money where your mouth is. Let's make it 500 escudos. You win, you get 2,000. You win recipe, sure. It's on. All right, it's on. Let's go. The Birch wants attention. I guess so. All right.
Galitoy! Glimestone! Miliram Kar! Arupa! Ora na bye-bye!
All right. Hey guys, the wood's back. We're cooking wood again. No sauce, pure wood. You'll have fiber for days, trust me. Guarantee it. Maybe next time I'm hungry, I'll just eat my door. Okay. 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 Wrong order, idiot!
Milancar!
If you'd done it in the correct order, you would have gotten cool bonuses. That's what you get for synergies, dude. No sauce required. I'll be damned. You actually managed to improve the legendary recipe. Well, sometimes you may need to question the ideas of the past a little bit. Nostalgia can be a burden. Tell that to the captain. Huh? He's very nostalgic for the old days of the Empire. I've noticed he still clings to the old uniform. The uniform is the flag. Our ship itself is a proud Imperial exploratory vessel. You must have been proud in the Imperial Navy. Honestly, we've always been more loyal to the captain than the Empire. After all went to hell, remaining under his command made sense. So we did. The man is competent and has kept us alive. So he pretty much kept doing what he was used to, like nothing happened. Well, he tries, but there's no escaping the fact that we're mercenaries now. We try to stick to a moral code and that, but still, you can tell the man is struggling. Especially now after what happened to our main weapon. He's taking it rather particularly bad. Maybe I can help him out? Not unless you can repair high-powered Temperian artillery. Maybe I can. You'd be surprised at the stuff I've been doing around lately. If you think you can go and talk to him, if you think you can help, go and talk to him. He's usually by the ship. Oh, he's right over there. I'm wasting time, but I kind of want to see this through. Hey, remember me? I heard you have some trouble. You heard it? Your first mate told me you have some troubles with your artillery. I see. I might need to have a talk with him. It's not very wise to walk around telling every random stranger how vulnerable we are. Vulnerable? I've seen you guys fight against the pirates. You seem pretty tough to me. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that inglorious moment. Well, you had the situation quite under control until I messed up. They boarded us and they shouldn't have managed to get even close. If our Temperian fire cannon had been operative... Your what? A magica-powered Imperial cannon, the pride of our navy. Even the Concordian Armada respected our firepower. They don't only blast the projectiles with extreme force, but they managed to imbue even ordinary cannonballs with magical energy, making them violently explode upon impact. Sounds impressive. It is, or was. It stopped working shortly before the trip on which you joined us. Things haven't been going on very well since then. I'm sure the Armada has some impressive cannons as well. Being Concordia, you know. I'm sure they'd be willing to share if you follow the right protocols. You don't understand. It's not something about firepower. This is about morale as well. With that cannon, we wielded the might of the Temperian Empire. We crushed those who stood in our way with fire and vengeance. It felt that, in a sense, the power of the Empire still lived through us. Yes, we could buy some new state-of-the-art weapon. It might even be more effective. But this would mark our full translation to a common band of mercenaries. I see. Makes sense. Does it? No speeches about how the true spirit of the Empire lives within my heart or anything like that? Oh, well, I guess. Sure. But a magical-powered cannon sure it sounds quite badass, and I'd be sad too if I had mine had broken. He's not wrong. Yes, well, you may have made it sound a bit too simplistic. And there is no way to fix the cannon? Maybe the Infinigon can help. Be careful with the Infinigon. Another Infinophobic. The Infinigon is a last resort, Zest. You go to them when there is no other option. Well, they must have been the ones who created the cannon to begin with. Gotta admit that, for all their faults, they get results. So thought Emperor Soulspear. Now there is no Empire, and no Emperor Soulspear. Okay, how are we going to repair a magical cannon without mages, though? Sadly, I can't. But there's no easy... It's not so easy to contact the Infinigon since they've become autocratic. I know a triangle of them nearby. Seems like we can't stop helping each other out. I see. Want me to ask them about your cannon? Yeah, I better send the crew with you for that one. Fine, tell them to meet me at the Mystic Emporium at the Fountain Plaza by the Southern Gate. Let's hope this doesn't end in tears. Alright. This probably meet the sailors like later at the Mystic Emporium. Or are they meeting now? Are they meeting right now? Oh fuck, are they meeting right now? No, they shouldn't be meeting right now. Hold on, I'll be right there. But they should not be meeting right now. Thing is closed. Yeah. Yeah, so I have until tomorrow. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Alright, now what is this? Why are we meeting in the middle of the night, Valsroy? There you are. You ready to go? I guess we are. Got the permits? Yep. Off we go then. Why are we going in the middle of the night, though? What the hell? Oh, I'd get sick! Oh my god, I would get sick!
Eden Plaza, home of the Transcendent. Wow!
I admit it's quite impressive.
The Festimancers are mages who use their power to bring cuisine to the next level. They're the best of the best.
They're so good they can't even control their stupid props. Let's go. Jesus Christ. This place is huge, but I would get so super sick. Aurora, Claris. I guess we go this way? Oh, there's a gatekeeper. Hi, we're here to discuss some business.
Welcome to the Transcendent.
Yes, well, we're here to talk with your bosses.
If you have a reservation, please present your reservation crystal.
We don't have a reservation. We're here to talk about a serious accident caused by your magical props.
If you don't have a reservation, you can ask for one by filling out a form. Waiting time can vary from 1 to 6 months, depending on the number of people.
I'm not waiting for 1 to 6 months!
Zest.
Really? What's with the gatekeepers in the city? Is everyone trying to give me a stroke?
Zest, calm down.
No, I will not calm down. Look, pal, one of your shenanigans almost destroyed our restaurant. We're not here to eat your abracadabra porridge. We're here to talk about reparations. I don't care how important your restaurant is. We're not waiting 6 months. You're going to take us to your bosses right now, or we're going to get the city watch involved. I'd much rather not get the authorities involved, but if you keep this charade up, I won't hesitate.
Welcome to the Transcendent. If you have a reservation, please present your reservation crystal.
Oh, it's a machine.
If you don't have a reservation, you can ask for one by filling out a form. Waiting time can vary from 1 to 6 months, depending on the number of people. It's not a real person, Zest. It's a magical construct.
Yes, I've realized now. Thank you for telling me.
Really sounds like a real person, though. Nothing like Zest Golem.
Golems are Finnegan stuff. They actually sort of think and generate speech, which makes them all the more scary, especially if they break. This guy here just reacts and says stuff that has been pre-spoken. They use the thing called economy or something like that. How the hell do you know about this? My people had a bit of a issue with Golem long ago. It was pretty embarrassing, so we decided to learn about constructs and stuff just in case. Fascinating. How do we get in? I don't know. Seems that we need a reservation crystal. Maybe we can ask around and see if we can convince anyone to lend us one. I guess we gotta ask about. Does anyone have a reservation crystal that we could see, that we can take? Excuse me. Yes, you seem out of place here. Is this a reservation crystal you have there? It obviously is, but I guess you lot wouldn't recognize it now, would you? I was wondering if you could lend it to us. And why on Fulgur would we do that? We really need to get in there and talk with the Festimancers. Like they would talk to you. In any case, we've been looking forward to getting into that restaurant again. Indeed, as a dish we do a very particular flavor. The main ingredient is a depth crab, and they accompany it with a vigorous sauce. They also managed to achieve a perfect balance of spirit and sophistication. I guess that if we could eat a dish like that anywhere else, we wouldn't need to get into the restaurant anymore. I see. I think the solution to this conundrum has become quite obvious. Zest is 100% done. Zest is like, fuck this. Fuck y'all. I'm not cooking a dish for this. I need to get inside. Was that vigorous enough for you? Hi, Evaluda. You think, partner?
Very civil, Zest. Hey, I kind of like that for you.
I hate that. Please change the camera. Thank you. That would be upside. I don't want it to be upside down. Where are those idiot answers?
I don't see them. Unless you have those constructs of theirs. Maybe if we make a scene, they'll show up.
But you're already making a scene. Oh, hi.
And who are you to erupt like that in the sanctum of food?
We're a crew of the restaurant in the Old Port District, and we're here to talk to you about your flying props. What? Do you want to buy one? I'm sorry, but they're not for sale. Besides, it wouldn't help you at all that much to gain notoriety. Buy one? More like return it. One of your blasted things went rogue and crashed on top of our restaurant. Were you trying to kill us?
Kill you? We didn't even know you existed.
She literally pulled a she pulled a Thanos. I don't even know who you are. Like hell you didn't. We've been involved in every major culinary scandal in recent history. My good man, our heads are busy in elevated spheres. We don't care all that much about what the ordinary people do, even if they are as scandalous as you claim to be. It's not very considerate to have your head in an elevated sphere while your ridiculous contraptions are flying around like crazy and everyone else occupies in full body.
How do you know it belonged to us?
It's a 10-meter-long flying carrot propelled by magic. Could have been the Affinicon's doing.
Oh, maybe we made a huge mistake then. Or maybe you're a bit too bold.
Bold?
Do you remember what happened to the last independent mage who tried to use the Infinigon as a scapegoat?
Could have been a natural phenomenon. Enough of that! You're the only ones who have these things floating around. It's not very nice of the best of cooks in the world to destroy the restaurant of the bunch of fellow chefs.
Oh, my friend. But you are so very, very wrong.
You lot are not our fellows.
You are mundane.
And we are transcendent.
We'll never even be remotely close. Music!
You can't create in your sorry state,
your petty soul in an empty bowl.
But our connection is complexion and perfection.
We come here asking you to fix the mess you made, and you start singing us a song about how much we suck compared to you?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Mages who are wielding knives. Oh, yeah, you're mages, right.
We might have not have thought this plan through.
What's going on in here?
Oh. You're the royal here. Oh, shit.
Anything interesting unfolding over there?
No, your majesty. Sorry about the disturbance.
You're not using magic to threaten a civilian, are you? Wouldn't want to have to get those people involved.
No, Lord Commander, not at all. No need to involve anyone else in this, especially not those people.
And what is this? They are implying that we attacked their restaurant with one of our props, but that carrot went missing weeks ago. I'm sure they are the ones who stole it and could even manage to control the thing. So you responded with a song?
We did.
Why? It just came out organically? Organically? With all the violins and choreography?
Yes.
Nonsense, I bet you have been rehearsing. How long have you been waiting for an occasion to use it? Silence! We didn't need to rehearse, you know nothing about magic! Seems like you have a bit of a clash here. Maybe you should solve it the proper way. What do you mean? I mean that they should solve the disputes in the arena of battle. They are chefs, after all. Wouldn't you agree, Your Majesty? What a splendid idea! I would love to be the judge of such a battle. No one dares to challenge the mighty Festomancers to a duel for the epic chef title. Got to take a chance now. There's someone who seems to be crazy enough to try. We need some emotion. It shall be done.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Fantastic then. The four of you will engage in the duel of pairs. I'll let you handle the details, Mr. Malvaviscus?
Yes, Your Majesty.
I'm glad you have been insisting on so much on coming here lately. Otherwise, we could have missed this. Now, let us continue with this feast, gentlemen. Food like this shouldn't be left to waste. Shit. So that's how we get into this battle. But also with Matriel.
Just like that. We have to duel now? We didn't come here for that!
Save it. You heard the king. This is happening, like it or not.
But he can't just make us fight.
He can do whatever he wants, I believe.
We aren't exactly thrilled about this either. You amateurs do not deserve the honor of being crushed by us.
Really? Because the whole reason we're here to begin with is that you've already tried to crush us once with that carrot of yours.
Enough! We'll meet at the duel. Now get out of here. People don't pay to have their experiences soiled by a bunch of bumpkins.
Okay. What just happened?
It would seem we got into a duel, and the judge will be the king himself. The king? Whoa.
Yes, whoa indeed. And you need to fight against them as a couple.
Yes, something we've never done before, against the worst adversaries there can be.
I thought we were here to make him pay for the ceiling reparations.
We were, but things have changed for the worst. I guess if we win this combat, you'll be getting the money from them, huh?
I don't think you guys understand what just happened there. There's more at stake than just some money to repair a roof.
And that guy from the critic unit was there as well, again.
Stop with the conspiracy, Valzoy! We have enough on our plate as it is!
Sure, ignore the drunkard. What does he know?
Who are you?
So what's the plan?
I don't know, and I really don't think we should discuss in the middle of our adversary's business anyway. We should retreat and rethink what to do.
Well, I'm not worried. Zest has already managed to stand his ground against pretty scary people. This time will not be so different, right, Zest?
Who are they? And who are they compared?
Are they the ones chasing after Zest to arrest him? Zest?
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap!
I must leave now! I better run my home and grab my things. Birch! We gotta go! Birch! We gotta go! We gotta go! Yeah, we gotta run, we gotta move! Come on! We gotta go! 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 Woo! Yep, time to grab your things! At least I have everything packed. I only need to grab that damn book and leave. I left it in my room. Alright. We gotta go. Grab the book. I guess we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Damn thing. Very well, off I go. And I grab the rest of the baggage. Alright, got the book. Down, down, down. This is it then. On the run again. Guess it was inevitable. I should have left when I learned about that damn clairvoyance thing. But I had to let my feelings cloud my judgment. I'm sorry, crew. I'm really sorry. I hope you'll be able to forgive me one day.
Nah, don't sweat it.
The hell?
You should be used to it by this point. What's this all about, Zest?
I have no time to tell you the whole story. There's some people after me and they'll be here any minute. I need to disappear.
There's no other way?
Not that I know.
Okay, then where are we going?
You're not going anywhere.
Like I'm going to let you do this alone.
You've already gone through too much, Friska. Mitrio will keep the restaurant, you can keep the villa, you have a real home here and friends. You don't need to throw all that away because I'm a wanderer again.
My Zest! How nice of you to worry about me. All the more reason to come with you.
But you finally found belonging.
Sure did.
Friska loves Zest. Oh my god, that's so cute. Ugh, these two are too cute. What the fuck? These are too cute. It's sad that, like, I can see Friska and Zest, but I also see Mitriel and Zest. Fuck, that's so cute.
Aw.
Are you kidding me? Just what the hell do you two think you're doing? Plotting to leave just like that? I'm not letting you go. I need you here, damn it.
But Mitriel, you'll get the restaurant. This is your dream.
This isn't my dream at all. I don't want to be running a restaurant that we built from the ground up together while you're hiding Tim Paris knows where like a rat. Sorry, Scourge. I didn't mean to.
It's alright. Have you all just been hiding there and eavesdropping? Ah, no. It's just that Friska's been pretty fast. Where's Valzoy? He lagged behind a bit. Man doesn't have the healthiest of lifestyles. That must be him now.
Is that him? Closing the door won't do you any good. We know you're there. This little game is over. Oh, shit.
Hey! Who the hell are you bunch? Leave us alone!
We have no quarrel with the rest of you, just him. We are here to bring that man to justice.
Justice for what?
I'm Special Agent Estilla von Rinth, receiver of the Kingdom of Luceria. That man is wanted for the murder of Queen Yirga IV.
What? It was true?
Of course it was true. Do you think I just joke about something like that after a heart-to-heart conversation like the one we had?
Yes!
See? He admitted it. Now, stop covering for that regicider.
Regicide.
What?
Stop covering for that regicide.
There's no covering the crime. It's all very public already.
We're not covering the crime, we're covering him.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
What kind of an idiot are you? I think she means that you don't call a person who commits a regicider, you call him a regicide.
That doesn't make sense. You don't call a runner a run.
Well, it must be one of those things like cook. He cooks, he's a cook. He regicides, then he's a regicide.
Regicide?
I'm not quite sure about that one, now that you mention it. Shut it! Have it your way, then. I'm here for the regicide! What? What is the meaning of this? Lucarian soldiers in full uniform openly conspiring against our king? And who the hell are you? I'm an agent of the law in this country, so I'd watch your mouth if I were you. Your outfit means nothing in this land. I'm a special agent sent here by the express order of the new king. Your king sent you here to kill ours? We're not here to kill a king! You're the one who walks around asking for regicide.
I don't mean the action, I mean the person! Him! The regicide is him, and I'm here to arrest him!
Wouldn't that make him the regicidist? Zest, is this true? Did you murder a monarch? Not quite. I see. Lies! You admitted it not a minute ago! I admitted I was being hunted for regicide, not that I killed anyone.
Save that for the tribunal!
Enough! Look, miss, I can't simply sit here and follow a foreign agent to abduct a citizen of Concordia without evidence and a royal order.
We've just arrived today. We still don't have all the forms filled.
Then you'll have to go through the adequate procedures. You might have overstepped a bit here. Procedures. So this is what this is about. I forgot we're in Concordia. Fine, then. How much do you... Are you trying to bribe an officer of the law, ma'am? Because that doesn't end very well for you.
That sounded serious.
Is this really Concordia?
Shut it!
Very well, what do you want us to do? I'd start by talking to Captain Bonifacius. He handles the initial stages of this kind of paperwork.
Initial stages?
Oh, yes, we're talking international issues here. I'd get comfortable if I were you, but he must be sleeping now. You'll have to wait until tomorrow noon.
Noon?
Yes, he likes to take his time for breakfast.
Just you wait. You're not getting out of this one just like that, regicide.
Alleged regicide. Oh, the log stumbling upon only non-corrupt watchmen in Concordia.
Good call, Vasily.
So, are you going to tell us what the hell this is about or not?
Yes, it makes no sense to keep it a secret anymore. I'll tell you everything. Tomorrow, at the restaurant. We've had enough emotions for one day.
This isn't a ruse to sneak away in the middle of the night, is it?
No. Guess I've come to understand I'm safer here than anywhere else.
Good.
Let's try to get some rest now. And good job to you too, by the way.
What with?
The whole regicide thing. Good distraction.
But I wasn't trying to... Oh my god. I'm turning into him!
Mitriel, you can't escape it. You can't escape it, Mitriel. Oh my god. Yeah, get some clothes on, my dude. Oh my god, Zest! My god! That's a fancy-ass outfit! Well, let's go with someone else. Let's just go back to our work uniform.
With a little hat.
There we go. The queen ate one of his dishes and died shortly after. Oof. That would probably... You know what? That would probably be the case. Like, that just sounds like what Zess might have done. Alright, but let's head to the restaurant. Alright. Thinking it was an accident. It probably was an accident. We should also probably wait to talk to the Infinigon. One more. One more. There we go. Hey. Hold on a minute. Just saying hi. Alright, so. Hey. I think I've already seen this conversation before. Yeah, so. Alright, hold on. I need to talk to the sailors. Got it. Hey. So, you're here about the cannon? What do you think, Stowaway? I thought we were over that nickname. No need to be like that, Amos. I heard Zess become a pillar of the community. Yeah, for me, he'll always be a stowaway. What's all this ruckus we're trying to cogitate down here?
Cogitate, yeah. I guess that's why I saw you getting that huge barrel of expensive wine down there earlier.
It's good for creativity.
That's precisely the problem. I don't care about you people getting wasted in that cellar. I'm worried about you getting creative while you're at it.
Are we done? You need to talk to the maniacs who destroyed the Empire.
It's for you then. Then here I thought I was going to sell something today.
Look, we're rather busy. We're a triangle of researchers on an assignment, not mercenaries for hire. If you could send a request through the usual lines... Well, we're mercenaries because of you, so you owe us. We don't owe you a damn, whoever you are. Please, Mr. Maniac, we need help with one of your magic weapons from the Imperial era. It's always funny how the same people who call us maniacs are the ones who ask us to devise weapons for them so they can blow up who knows what.
I've got to agree with you there.
Come on, Zorvan. They've gone through hard times. Do it for solidarity. They're veterans in the of the Imperial Navy. You people used to be part of the Temperian Empire as well. Come on, Progressor. Let's do it for old time's sake.
I'm also curious about that weapon thing they're talking about. Maybe they want to rebuild the thematic projector.
I really don't think that will be the case. Alright, fine, but you better cut the insults. Your lucky Zest is a reasonable fellow and we value his proactivity.
Heard that, Zest? The deranged sorcerers think you're reasonable. Better go and make an appointment with a shrink.
Hey, compliments are rare in the city, so I'll take what I can get. Next thing you know, Jala will stop calling me a prancer.
Keep dreaming, Prancer.
Let's get this over with. What's the issue? Our Temperian fire cannon power source crystal took a hit and ended up at the bottom of the sea. We need a replacement.
Oh, well. No thematic projector, then.
I don't think they have a budget for one of those. Power source? Nothing related to the main cannon enhancements? Yes, we think everything else is fine. Okay, that makes things simpler. You can help then? No. I thought it made things simpler. What's simpler than a no? And why not? A couple of reasons. First one being that the power source is a gem of pure blue resonatium. And those are rare and expensive.
We ordered one ages ago, but it never seemed to reach us.
Must have gotten lost in the mail. A lot of things need to get lost in the mail in this town. I'm still waiting for my demonic phonoprojector. Your what? A trick to conjure projections out of catalytic demons to study. It uses automatic resources recorded on a spinning resonatum disc. Very technical stuff. Funny enough, if you set the disc in reverse mode, it emits a catchy tune. You people send those kind of monstrosities to regular mail? Well, not anymore. Too many things get stuck in limbo. Maybe we can ask that customs office? Maybe your stone will still be there? Feel free to try. You can even keep it if you manage to retrieve it. We already have a replacement. We'll get the crystal and see if we can power up the cannon. I said there were a couple of reasons why we couldn't help. The other being that the Temperian fire cannons were blessed by the Church of Temperus. You'll need a priest to bless the power crystal so it can emit the needed frequency. Do blessings actually work? Some of them are actually spells. The church keeps a few secrets up their sleeve as well. I see. So, find the crystal and take it to a priest? Pretty much. Very well. Burnus and I will go see if we can try to find a priest who can help us. Zanus, stowaway, go see if you can find the crystal at the customs office. Are we done here? Can we go back to the experiment?
You mean the binge drinking?
Well, there's that too, but we're trying to chill the wine using a basic frost spell and imbue it with properties of a wide selection of tropical fruits.
We're also trying a new ambient configuration for the light spells, and Peleus will try to see if we can set up an auto marimba to play relaxing music while we casually discuss the nature of magic. You do this kind of things?
Hey, we're human too. Wanna join in?
Nah. You totally want to join in. Maybe a little. Tell the Prancer to join as well.
I'm afraid I'm in the middle of something right now. Boo.
Surprised to see the stowaway has some remote sense of honor.
I'm gonna slap you silly, dude. You said marimbas and wine? The police says we really need to do this with the captain. Alright, alright. Alright, come on. So in customs, huh? A lot more people that I see about. I see a lot more faces running about. Alright, so let's... Alright. Hey, the gem. Funny how he keeps it here in plain sight without consequences. Place is even more corrupt than I heard. Hey, Captain! Can I help you out? Can you help me out? Captain?
What is it?
We'd like to ask you for this Resonadium gem. We've located the rightful owners. I'm sorry, but the reclamation time has expired. The item belongs to Ambrosia. But we need to repair the Imperial cannon. Look, I'd love to help, but the law is the law. I'd get into a lot of trouble if I let one of these things slip out of here. My hands are tied. I see. Is there any way we can, convince you? Are you trying to bribe an officer of the law zest?
Yes.
Glad to see you've adapted to our culture. I can't believe he's just talking about our corruption like it's a local tradition. Well, it's part of his job. Is it? Yes, he's a local customs officer. Alright, tell you what. I heard about your restaurant zest and I'm curious about what you can do. Cook me something fancy, a really sophisticated dish, and that thing is yours. Deal? Deal. I guess we're heading back. Oh my god, my nose! Why is my nose so itchy? Ah! My nose is stupid itchy. Ugh. I hope I'm not bleeding. Alright, but let's go ahead and cook a dish real fast. So a highly sophisticated dish, huh? High sophistication. That's easy enough. That should be easy enough, right? But you are too kind, y'all. Y'all too kind. Alright, but let's go. Let's see. We can make a high sophistication dish. Let's see. Probably start off. I need some sort of plant. Some sort of spooky plant. Maybe an Irwin? No. It's getting enough. None have real sophistication, do they? Sauce? Oh, we're gonna have some sauce. Hold on. Oh, okay. So I'm pretty much limited in what I can do. Then we add some sauce. Did I catch the spell of itchy nose? Why? I need my nose! I need my nose to not be itchy! Alright, so I need a ghost potato, which I can do 2 of these. 1 potato. 3 tomatoes. Real quick. That. And... If I have an itchy nose and I can't stream properly! Alright. Spectral chutney sauce. Be able to replace that. Boom, boom, boom. Then multiply by the 3. Boom! Easy peasy. Alright, so let me go ahead and head to... Let me actually click it here. Let's see. Thank you. I haven't sneezed yet, but it's just my nose is just itchy. I'm like, itchy nose. All right. So let's go ahead and start with this. But not kind enough. Some of the void. Why? And then let's go ahead and add this chutney sauce. And then we'll add the trichopolis. Yeah. Done. That's a pretty high... Alright. That should satisfy Bonifacius, right? Making sure. At least 100? Easy. That I got a 250 dish right there. You are way too kind, Retro. Stop it. Well, just in case. It's not- I don't need to sneeze. It's just the tips, like the rim of my nostrils is very, very itchy. And that's like, ugh. Alright. Let me go do this meal. Alright. Yep. Child with $2 and someone say, void. No! There we go. Oh, let's see. That felt a bit... Look. That was awful. Hey, you asked for sophistication, so I gave you sophistication. Is it supposed to taste good? It's supposed to be sophisticated. Well, I don't like it one bit. It's hardly my fault you asked for something you don't like. A deal's a deal, and I delivered. Look there, you... My stomach. I'll be right back. And don't touch my things! Can't just snap this while he's away. He'd have us arrested in no time. Legendary wine, but it won't help us. What are you doing? I'm flipping the disc. Why? What are you two still doing? Get out, now! That didn't go very well. Not quite. Why'd you flip that disc? Well, the Infinigon mentioned that it could summon an illusionary demon in, well, thought it might just be the thing. Why? I don't know, maybe it'll just scare him away or something. And how would that help exactly? We can't just take the gem and run! You just flipped the disc because you could, didn't you? I can't see how it would hurt. That happened. Oh god, we killed the captain! But it was supposed to be an illusionary thing! We killed the captain! Calm down, let's check out what happened. Maybe it wasn't so bad. I don't think it was an illusion. I don't think it was an illusion. Captain? Captain Bond? Are you okay? Back. They're back? Yes. They're attacking us. Ooh. The homogeny! There. Magic. The monsters. The screams. The horror. Oh my god. It's all coming back. Would you like a glass of water or... What a fool! Sorry? What a fool I've been! We need to prepare. No one is safe. You! Me? Yes, you. You need to repair your cannon. We'll need all the firepower we can get. Alright. Take the gem and go. We'll think. Just go! Oh. We'll just take this gem. I would love to take the gem. Oh, I guess the gem has quote unquote taken. Okay. Okay, boys. Yeah, we gotta probably go back to the priest. So he can bless the gem. I love Zest is like, that fucking happened. That fucking happened. Alright, here we are. Very well, got the stone. Have they told you about their problem, Batisno? Yes, Zest. I'll be happy to help. We need to find the ancient altar first. An ancient altar? It's an altar in the forest, an old shrine to temperatures. They don't just make them like that anymore. We need to get there to perform the blessing ritual. I see. Good, you know where it is? No, not really. I see. Furnace is gonna find something like that. He's been doing his research. We'll manage. Aha. We'll meet at the forest. Make sure to come early in the morning, so it's going to be a long walk. Great. We're just gonna keep going then. Probably should meet Jesus before we head in. Jesus! Can we summon more demons? That'd be hilarious. Alright, so we have one more update we need to do, right? Is it no, we already did the bathroom. But the kitchen is yeah, sure. Yeah. Ooh, and how much is for the living room? Oh, 20,000? Nah, sorry. I can do that. Very good. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus the carpenter. All right, let's go to the restaurant and explain ourselves. Do we summon Diana, or is she too hot to summon? She's too hot to summon. I don't know if she looked good in a rubbery body like this. I don't think she looked good in a rubbery like block-like body in this world. I don't know. All right, but hey guys, let's talk. Hello, everybody.
Glad to see you actually didn't flee. Let's get to the matter at hand. Did you kill the Queen of Luceria, Zest?
Yes. And no.
What is that supposed to mean? And what the hell is that thing you brought with you?
Okay, let me explain. All I wanted was an easy life. Just to get by without doing all that much. Follow the safe path. My family was not rich, but we managed to get me into pantology studies at the Lucarian Multiversity. Said to be the most prestigious learning institution for the non-magical arts.
Who says that?
They do. I see. Why pantology, though? It's not exactly a very useful science in the real world. Not in most places, but if you manage to earn enough honors, you'd end up working for the court. The kings of Luceria are proud of having well-educated people in their palace. Gives them prestige, I suppose.
Bit of a gamble. Must be pretty much the only lucrative way to make use of that field. You managed to get the job?
Yes. For almost a couple of years, life was comfortable. Perhaps a bit too comfortable. Until I was chosen to organize that damn festival. The Festival of Doom.
You called it that?
The name was fitting. It was a festival displaying the monstrous beast that invaded us during the last near apocalypse. You know, all that stuff that came through the portals during the Desperate Stand and never really left. Well, Luceria wasn't very affected by the whole ordeal. We still got a fine selection of horrible things introduced to our ecosystem. We thought a display would be fun and marginally educational, the kind that courtiers enjoyed. Much to my grief, I was given the task to oversee the expenses.
The expenses? But you're horrible at that.
I am, but that did not matter. You see, in Luceria, we have this book. Book? The Red Book. A national treasure, said to be linked to demonic magic from the era of myth. Pretty much makes the country unassailable.
How?
You know how most monarchs and powerful people in the world might possess some ill-gotten riches?
Everyone sort of knows that.
You also know how Luceria has a reputation of being flexible when it comes to making those ill-gotten riches become clean.
Everyone has heard the talk, yes.
Well, everything is in that book, the Red Book of Insured Civility. It magically and automatically records every single transaction in Luceria, be it clean or otherwise. If you try to flip it through, you'll see it has more pages than it looks like, and most of them keep writing themselves, kind of tricky to navigate. The book also took care of all the expenses in the kingdom. I was just supposed to make sure all the listed beasts in the festival had been purchased. Just had to take a glimpse at it for a couple of minutes. Wasn't really necessary or reasonably for a lowly clerk to even hold the thing. A lot of people frowned at the idea. But the queen liked to use the national treasure at her leisure, to flaunt them. She was also using the excuse to take a private tour so I could tell her a few bits of the info about the critters before the festival was open. You know, so she could casually drop them in conversation later and look wise. Very flaunty, our queen. We were at the heart of the palace. The entrances were well guarded, the creatures were in deep, inescapable pits, and I was just an inoffensive clerk. Everything was perfectly safe, right? Right. Well, I was busy checking the book. I did not pay attention to the floor, where there had been animals all over the place, and one of them had left a little present on the ground. I stepped in it and slipped. The queen had her back turned to me when I collided with her, propelling her head first into the animal pit she was peeking into. Rabid, vampire, mongooses. Oh my god! So it was an accident! Oh my god! Bro, Zest, what the hell? It wasn't a pretty sight, but on the bright side, she didn't even have to scream much. Not enough for the guards to come in, at least.
Ah, the bright side for you, you mean?
I panicked, with good reason. There were no witnesses, no way I was getting out of the situation with a head on my shoulders, so I escaped through a very disgusting waste conduit. And after years on the run, here I am.
And you took the book with you. This book right here.
Yes.
The book with all the dirty secrets. Book with all the dirty secrets of all the kings in the continent.
Yes.
The book that will make every single powerful person in the civilized world want to kill you if they even suspect you've taken a glance at it.
Yes.
Why the hell are you carrying this abomination around?
Because I can't do otherwise. The thing is indestructible, and if I throw it into the sea or bury it somewhere, then its magic will bring it back to the current custodian.
Why would that be a problem?
Well, because I am the current custodian. The monarch can bind the book to a second person in case of dire need. They do that by writing their name on the first page. And Queen Yerga, being the adult she was, bound the book to me, because she could, and now she's dead, and the book is not bound to the current king, so they can't summon it back.
Wait, so your real name is in there then?
Well, yes, but there might be more important things to worry about, like my impending doom and all that.
Maybe, but taking a peek isn't going to make things worse.
Zest. His real name is Zest. I knew it was real name is Zest. Zest? Zestrum.
I see. So that's your real name.
It is.
Your real name has actually been Zest all this time.
No, not Zest. Zest.
It's exactly the same!
What are you saying? It sounds completely different.
Okay, we are in a grave situation. First of all, you should keep this book hidden or we will all lose our heads.
That's true. The only reason I'm not hunted by every nation in the world is that Luceria desperately needs to keep this a secret. However, Concordia, of all places, is where the danger is low.
Concordia? Are you serious? This might be the most corrupt kingdom in the world!
Precisely. The local aristocrats are so rotten they don't even need to hide their ill-gotten gains. There's no way to use the book against them because their own subjects already know and accept their corruption. They'll even defend it at times.
That's depressingly true.
If they ever have some interest in the book, it might be to use it as blackmail for others. They might not feel the need to silence anyone who read the thing. Ha! You're a damn genius, man. A damn genius. Any other country and that woman would have had you extradited by snapping her fingers. But now they're trapped in the Concordian bureaucracy machine, and they can't even bring up the book because our noble king might just decide to keep it for himself. However, they still got me pinned, and eventually they'll sort out the bureaucratic nightmare. And even if they cannot, well, then they're just going to resort to other methods. Assassins, for example, or just a couple of thugs waiting for me in a dark corner late at night. Things are not looking good. My friend, you leave that to me. To you? Yes, I'll just need some time and maybe a small peek at this book of yours. How will that help? Trust me, Zest. In the meantime, you should focus on winning that fight. Fine. So I can take the book with me? Sure, but stay in the town. It will come flying to my face like a cannonball, breaking everything in the way if you take it too far away from me. I found out the hard way. I don't need to go that far. Just ask a few things to a friend. Don't worry, you'll have it back soon. Very well.
This whole story has been pretty crazy, Zest. But Valzoy is right. The best we can do is focus on defeating the Festimancers.
I must say that repairing the roof does not sound all that important anymore.
You don't get it, do you?
Get what?
The Festimancers are the current epic chefs of the Concordian cooking scene. And the king himself, the maximum authority, is the judge. This is not a battle about one stupid carrot anymore. This is a dispute for the title that holds absolute supremacy in the culinary arts.
Sounds very nice, but becoming more famous won't save me.
It's not just about fame. This is Concordia. That title would make us pretty much champions of the realm. You'd be under the direct protection of the king himself, untouchable.
Oh,
If we win, you're saved. No one will lay a finger on you, as long as you remain Concordia, of course.
perhaps. But now they know where I am. I'll still be a sitting duck for not-so-legal methods. Again, leave that to me. You just focus on winning that fight. The Epic Chef title seems like the best plan at the moment. We finally get to the name of the game, Epic Chef. Let's go.
Yes, it won't be easy, though. The plan requires defeating the best chefs in the world.
And they're mages.
Yes, they're probably going to add some very impressive magical effects to the dish.
Maybe we should do the same then.
We're not going to learn magic in a few days, Zest, much less become proficient like them.
No, but what about cooking something that is already magical?
Like what?
Dragon. Okay, no. Just, no.
And where would we even get a dragon anyway?
According to Agoras, there's a dragon nesting in the depths of the ruins of my property.
And your plan is to awaken it so it can kill us all. Guess that this would put an end to all of our problems.
Well, we might need a bit of help, that's for sure. I'll ask him what we can do.
Sure, ask the crazy ghost of the deranged guy. And why not get the Infinigon involved while we're at it?
Wouldn't be surprised if it was the next step, but let's start by asking Agorius about the ruin.
This is insane, Zest!
Everything has been insane since I moved in here. I might as well keep going with the flow.
It is said that the first epic chef conquered the heart of a goddess by cooking her a dragon. They say it made her cry tears of joy, which became the stars in the heavens. Nonsense, of course. The era of myth is called that for a reason. But dragons have always been depicted as the summit of the culinary experience in the ancient stories. So maybe there's some truth in there. Maybe dragons are delicious! I guess we'll find out, won't we? So we're going dragon hunting?
We're hunting for allies first. We can't do this alone. Let's start by asking Agorius. I know it sounds a bit too much, but at least we know we're facing the ultimate challenge. If we hunt down the dragon, everything else will seem like a joke in comparison. We can't possibly face any monster more vile and destructive than that. Except the critic unit, obviously. But why this evil tower, though? It doesn't help your case when you're trying not to look evil. That sign's still terrible. First point of the day. Isferato, when is the guy going to come back?
He says he's been busy this week.
He spent hours torturing our ears with that hammer, and he didn't even finish the job. How can that idiot have clients at all, let alone be busy?
Well, manual labor is hard to find these days.
Everyone got so focused on getting white shackle jobs that... You know what? Screw the guy. We'll finish the damn job ourselves.
No offense, but it doesn't look like any of you has ever held a tool in your lives.
Touché. Called it. Very subtle.
I have, though. Construction tools, not cutlasses.
Well, you used to work in construction, so I'm expecting that maybe...
Used to. As in, not anymore. Be thankful that I handle all the talking with the workers that you lot don't have to get socially anxious.
Let's forget about the reform thing. We have something big going on. Zest again, I presume?
Remember the days when we could hold a meeting without talking about that bugger? What has he done this time, Mal? Ignited the masses? Challenged Temperus himself?
I wouldn't be surprised. Let's talk about the Lucerians demanding his extradition for, well, something pretty serious. I don't even know if I should believe it. Has to be expected from such a dangerous man. Zest and Michaela are going to face the Festamancers in a battle for the Epic Chef title. Winner takes all.
The Festamancers? Been years since they took the title and no one has dared to challenge them since.
Takes a special kind of naive recklessness to challenge a couple of mages. Was it another of Zest's outbursts again?
Didn't quite go like that. The king was the one who suggested it. The king suggested it? He's not very prone to taking initiatives like that, or initiatives in general. Well, I might have pushed him slightly towards the idea before he decided it was about time the Festamancers defended the Epic Chef.
So they didn't even want to duel?
That's not very important. I'd say it is a bit important. You overreached. Here we go again with the complaints again. This will be the clash of the decade, Angra. They will be the center of attention for the whole kingdom. They should be grateful. She has a point, though. We're not supposed to go around starting beef with between the chefs, Mal. They start beef with by themselves every other day. What's the difference if we help out a bit? Well, it's not our careers on the line, for one. Their careers also get quite boosted by those quarrels. No beef, no notoriety. You should know that by now. It's part of the glamour. This is a bit beyond beef. Zest has been challenging too many major figures in the cooking scene. It's causing a lot of damage. And then there's all these demolishing articles you've been writing after each and every clash. In case you haven't realized it, it is my job. You can't tell me that Anasashi didn't deserve it. Maybe she did. But it was our job as well to stir up trouble between Zest, Mitriel, and the Festomancers. It was only a matter of time before Zest would pick a fight with them. They were already at each other's throats anyways. As for Mitriel, the woman has enough ambition to make a Zunian Grand Vizier cheer and clap in professional admiration. Not to mention that the Festomancers have been sitting up there unchallenged for years. You can't tell me this is a big deal. I'm just a bit surprised that this happened so shortly after the Festomancers spoke against her ideas regarding the newer, healthier cuisine. You're delusional, Angra. You disappoint me. But right now, we have a fight for the Epic Chef title coming, and everything else will need to wait. Huh. That is quite intriguing. That is quite a conundrum that we got. We are now heading into the final battle. We gotta awaken a fucking dragon, of all things. We gotta awaken a dragon. How are we supposed to handle a fucking dragon? How do you think we can reach the battle? Well, we need to summon the dragon. We need to be able to probably, like, help the dragon. I don't think we'll kill the dragon, but we need to, like, get its stuff so that way we can use it in battle. So I don't know if we'll be finishing it today. I do not think we'll be finishing it today. To be very...
Oh, my kitchen is so pretty. Look at that pretty kitchen.
Alright, Agorius! But I might, because my throat's been getting dry, I might go for another, like, 10 more minutes, and then we'll end there, and then we'll just have a heavy, like, slam on the Festomancers next stream. So, yeah. Hey, Agorius, got a minute? No, I'm busy calculating my tax returns. It's time to assault the ruin and clean up the last bit of the curse. Why now? Because I need to hunt a dragon, and you said that there's one in the ruin. Always a happy up. When you finish this game, what goes in place? Bayo again? Yeah, it will be, Cereza will go into this place. What can I say? I needed a good excuse to get into a dark dungeon and awaken a fire-breathing monster. And your grand motivation must be one of your ridiculous cooking contests. Yes, with some nuance. Must be some pretty loud nuance. If I don't win this contest, it's very likely that the Lucerians will drag me away and chop my head off. Stop pretending like you're not listening from behind the walls, you old Shermurgan snoop. You're treating the family curse with disrespect, Zest. You keep saying curse. It's more like a monumental mess you caused trying to get down there. It was worth it. All my life amounts to this discovery. We are talking about answers on divine scope, Zest. Straight from Era of Myth. Why are you so obsessed with the Era of Myth, though? Why do you expect to find the answer so far away in the past? Because I've seen what's buried in there with my own eyes. During my years of sea exploration, I found... Yes, I have to call it a ruin, for lack of a better word. And there I discovered the rod of domination. I spent decades learning how to use it. Turns out his power over the trinkets of the ancients. In time, I got access to some of it. Summoning and commanding prodigies from the Underdigger. Controlling the minds of lesser beings like the spiders. Child's play with the rod. But all these things were mere crumbs. I needed greater artifacts. I tried to return to the old ruin with my new knowledge to test the rod with the marbles. I was forced to abandon. Alas, it would seem like the sea swallowed that damn island. So I looked for another ruin, and I located one right here. Still nothing compared to the one on the island, but it's definitely from the Era of Myth. It is said to lead to the halls of the gods. There's something big awaiting down there. If the rod can do so much wonders with Saul's trinkets I found, what it would be able to do with what we find in the whole temple would be legendary, Zest. I spent years carefully unearthing the place without harming it. Spent my energy protecting it from the bandits and greedy souls. By the time the ruin was accessible, I only had enough money to hire a small group of adventurers to explore it to the promise of treasure. And I'm not talking a treasure of power. I'm talking a treasure in the form of answers. I'm looking for a fundamental breakthrough in our understanding of the world. This will be worth every single sacrifice I've made. Hence the importance to get back into the ruin. Back? Yes. I was down there once already. It's where I died. Did you see the dragon? Didn't reach the dragon at all. The adventurers and I had just reached the main chamber, then everything went black. I assume the ceiling collapsed. I see. On an unrelated question, did you make any background tests on those adventurers you hired? I trust my gut. Why? Never mind, but you're a spirit now. Can't you just float down there? I've tried, but the barrier is so potent, and not even incorporeal beings like me can get in. I went overboard making sure I'd be able to keep the ruins safe, and now I can't undo what I did. Why? The magical seal is tuned to my blood. Only a true member of the Whalestrom family can dispel it. That's why I had prepared a very complex spell, so my soul was bound to the painting. The barrier would arise in the event of my death, and arranged in my will that my descendants would be summoned to this place. But none of them came. They even sold the villa to some random peasant. Ungrateful little brats. Yes, how dare they not be good puppets, youth these days. People should be curious about their roots. Maybe they knew about them more than you think. That's why they didn't come. Yeah, keep twisting the knife. Hey, you should be proud. That means your descendants are not idiots. You look like the kind of person who would value that. Mere consolation, considering that the object of my obsession is out of my reach. Maybe your expectations were a bit too high. That's all I have left, sis. If I manage to find some facet of cosmic truth down there, I'll accept my death a happy man. I thought that the truth was the kind of thing that got revealed to you when you died, you know? In the afterlife and all that. When my spirit was released from my body, it flew straight into the painting. No stops. I know as much about the afterlife as you do. I'm not even the first to do something like this. Then why don't you just, I don't know, destroy the painting and see what's beyond if you're so curious? Same reason why you turn the lights on before stepping into a dark room. Because you don't want to hit your spectral pinky on the table leg? So to say. Besides, damn, if everyone with metaphysical concerns was to follow your advice, we'd run out of philosophers in a week. Where you see the problem, others might see solutions. I heard pretty much the same joke regarding paleontologists. Fine, okay, so there's a barrier. No problem. If Finnegan ate your other magical berry for breakfast, I'll just go talk to them. You keep hanging out with those maniacs and see what happens. They're not that bad. He'll eventually make a huge mess again, and then the angry mob is going to remember who was hanging out with him. I haven't chased by mobs before. Suit yourself. However, that little triangle won't be enough to face a dragon. You'll need an airship. An airship, huh? Noted. And a powerful weapon. We have a golem. Powerful as the guy is, dragons are magical creatures. That beam won't be that effective on. You need a cannon. A powerful, armor-piercing, magically powered cannon. Very well, keep that in mind. Once you gather the three things, we'll meet at the entrance of the room. I still don't think we'll get it up through the barrier, but better to be ready in case of an unexpected success. Is there any extra room in the painting, in case something goes wrong? Back off, squatter. Jeez, I just asked. My god. There's no need to be rude. I just asked a question. My god. Is this so wrong to ask a question? Alright, so it's 6 p.m. Everything's shut down at this point. See, we would be able to reach it, but okay. I'd have to go through the forest, and I have to remember how to get through the forest to get to the temple. I have to get to the temple in a small amount of time. Hold on, let me see if I can find a map to the temple. That way I'm not like mucking about. Alright. Okay, I think I have a thing. Alright, so let's see if I can make it. I doubt I can make it in one day, but I can try. Alright. Birch, out of my way. There we go. Let's see if I can make it. Very well, here we are. Let's find that shrine. Furnace? According to the information we got, the shrines of the ruins of the small town needs to be in the north. I also learned that the area is disputed by the Orcish tribes of the north and the witches of the west. Guess we just scout the area before they overlap and look for some traces of the ruins. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so head this way first, then all the way up. Keep going. As far as I can go. Wait, yes? No, one more. And this way. This way. Here we are. Is this the place? Yes, I think so. Finally. However, it's covered in plants. I can't perform the ritual like this. Anything we can do? Well, now that you mention it, we could set it on fire. On fire? Yes, if we had 3 planks of good quality wood, we might be able to light a fire. If you could quickly go back to the villa, we'd be waiting here and... Thank you. The pirates just took care of it, thank bless. You're welcome. Now let's go. Let's do it already. Alright. Oh, Temperance, hear our voice. We ask you to lend us your flame to ignite our passion. We shall keep it, we shall feed it. See you all. There you go. We shall return a roaring fire. And we shall ignite the heavens. Is that it? Yes. Strange prayer. There's a lot of prayers like that in the Church of Temperance. A lot of meaning has been lost of history. But if done right, the enchantments still work. In any case, we have the gem with us. It is powered up. We'll bring the good news to the captain. Thank you, priest, and thank you. Stowaway. I'll see you at the docks then. Thanks for the help, Bastines. No. You're welcome, Zest. Alright, so we gotta head back. Guess we'll just keep wandering until we have to hit sleep. Right. Cool. Point taken, I'm not going to fool around here in the dark and be jumped by Temperance knows what. Yep, head straight back. Awesome. Okay. It's a little late at night, so let's go ahead and go to sleep and we'll meet them in the morning. Let's see. Badoop, badoop. And sleep. Have you considered playing Blasphemous on the channel? Not necessarily. I'm not really like a fan of games like that, to be very honest. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and head to the docks. Yeah, Blasphemous doesn't seem like a kind of game I'd have fun with. Then again, like, if you look at my streams, it'll be like, Michaela's Michaela's not necessarily a tryhard. She just plays games that are easy. And I'm like, okay. I do play games that are easy because I feel like the stories in it are worth the time investment into it. Games that are too difficult for me to try out, if it's hard for me to get to the story, I can't do it. That's why I haven't played, like, Lies of P, I haven't played Dark Souls or anything like that. It's just one of those things where, like, if the game is too difficult for me to really just get through to get to the story, then I'm not gonna... What is a tryhard? A tryhard is someone who basically plays on the hardest difficulties to prove a point. When you play a game, you get to choose how you play, whether you play for the excitement, the difficulty, etc., etc., etc. But those, I call people who are tryhards, those who just, like, advocate so hard that everyone must play on the hardest difficulty, or else why are you calling yourself a gamer? It's like, they're the ones who call casual gamers not gamers. They're the ones who say women can't be gamers. They're the ones who say... And these are the people who use disabled gamers as a shield, essentially, and abuse that, being like, oh, this disabled gamer could do it, why can't you, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. That disabled gamer probably went through a lot of hardship to do it on their own, for their own validation and their own enjoyment of the game. You're using their accomplish as a fucking excuse to be an elitist tryhard. So, it's one of those things where a tryhard is someone who absolutely believes that games need to be a heavy, sweaty competition. And that the only purpose of games is to be a heavy, sweaty competition. So yeah. Would Brian like it? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, what's Birch doing? I have no idea. Doing the moonwalk, I guess. Ah, Zest, you are to be commended for the service you did to us. It was nothing. Nonsense, you helped us restore our ultimate weapon and made our hearts burn again with optimism. Guess we're even for the stowawaying. We are. And more than that, take this. Neat. We'll be happy to visit your restaurant when we're around, Zest. Sounds like a perfect place to relax after a long time at sea. And you'll be very welcome, Captain. Be careful with that cannon. It is not us who need to be careful, Zest. Not anymore. Alright, got an eye patch. How sweet. That's nice. Alright. So we need to go talk to the mages. Talk about this fucking dragon. Alright, I need to talk to the mages first, right? Talk to the soldier? Hold on. What? There's a soldier at the restaurant door. Oh. There's a soldier at the restaurant door? What's going on here? Hold on, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Hold on, hold on. Hi. Zest? Yes? I have an order from the captain. An order? Yes, we need some food delivered to the Port Authority. Ah, that kind of order. What will it be? I don't think they care all that much as long as it's balanced and with intense flavors. 5 dishes will do. Alright, I'll see what I can do. We'll be waiting for you at the Port Authority. Okay. So I gotta make some dishes. Okay, I gotta make some dishes for some bitches. So 15 all stats, huh? Alright. But while I'm here, I might as well talk to the Infinigon. Hey, Valerica. Hey, did you finally manage to get it right? What's up? Well, a lot. You see, recently we were involved in a little... Yeah, you have a duel with the Festimasters coming. Everyone knows. I see. Saves a lot of explaining. That's good. Too much talk lately. I'll be happy to help you out, and I'm sure the jerks downstairs will insist on helping as well. Why? Because if there's one thing to despise more than independent mages, it is successful independent mages. This might be true, but technically we shouldn't get involved in this one. Why? Festive practitioners like the Festimasters help normalize the use of magic among the population. One of the main necessities of the imperative is in bringing humanity to fully embrace magic, so having a couple of mages as the leaders of cuisine is a fortunate situation. It might bring people to see magic as less of a threat. A lie, of course. Magic is so dangerous and a powerful force, but at least they help bring people closer to accepting it. So you can't help? Well, it might be a bit frowned upon by our superiors, but we can argue that the Festimasters have become too elitist and are counterproductive or something like that. Deep down, most Infinigon mages kind of hate them, so I don't think anyone will complain if we lend you a hand. Great! So what is it then? I need to hunt a dragon, and I've been told I can find one in the ruins near my home. I need some help to overcome the magical barriers. You're crazy. Hey, that's quite something from them, Zess. You should be proud of yourself. I thought you could help. I've seen you vaporize an unspeakable horror with a finger snap, literally. A dragon is a very different matter, Zess. The last time the Infinigon fought one of those, our criterion had to get pretty extreme. So you want help? Fortunately, it's very unlikely that there's a dragon in those ruins, so we'll humor you and dispel the barrier. Might find something interesting in there. Fantastic, then. We'll meet at the ruin. Mm-hmm. Alright. Alright, and then... So, a flying machine. So, our buddies over at the airship company, maybe? Yeah, maybe the airship company might be able to help out with this. Hey, friends! It's been a bit. Hey, Zess, good to see you. Adrive, I was wondering if you could lend me a hand. Say no more. Say no more. It's for the grand combat against those mages. Well, yes it is. Of course we'll help you out, Zess. We've been wanting those Phocians removed from the throne for years now. How fitting that a friend of ours is going to be the one to do it, and that will be helping. Glad to see some enthusiasm. What do you want from us to do? What do you want us to do then? We're going to hunt a dragon. That would be a pretty decent way to fight global warming. Don't you think? You're crazy, but we'll help you out if you come up with a decent plan. Well, you know what they say about the people who follow crazy people around. They might be waiting for an excuse to stop following them? Okay, point taken. We'll meet at my place when I have everything ready. Alright, and I like how the cats are all looking at Frischka, being like wow, wow in the background. I saw that. You can't hide that from me. Frischka is a lovely lady. Alright, and a powerful weapon. Alright. Hey, Captain. Hey, Captain. Ah, it's good to see you. Nice of you to keep docking at the old port. Gotta admit that this district has gained a lot of spirit lately. They've become one of our favorites in the Gulf. And I'm glad this has kept you coming back, because I have a little favor to ask. Shoot. Funny you say that, because I need to borrow that Temperian Wrath Cannon I helped you with. It is a most dangerous piece of artillery, Zess. Are you planning to start a revolution? No, not quite. I'm planning to hunt a dragon. I have so many questions I don't know quite where to start. I can imagine. I'll leave it at that one. Is it a life or death matter? Pretty much. Very well then, but we can't simply lend you the cannon. It's too dangerous to leave it in experienced hands. I'll talk to the crew and we'll join the hunt ourselves. Fantastic. Thank you, Captain. Well, my lad, I've been longing to shoot down a dragon since I saw one burn the capital and half the fleet to a crisp. I guess it's a bit of a personal vengeance as well. Irrational, true, and a bit childish. Alas, we are only human. Here's hoping that we don't get to watch another city burn. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Everything will be okay. We'll be fine. We'll be swell. We'll be great. We'll have dragon eggs left on a plate. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. I have a bunch of eggs I gotta pick up. Oh my god. I have a bunch of I got a bunch of stuff that I pick up. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. Here we are. Thank you for coming, everyone. As you know, today we are going to hunt on a dragon. What's the plan? The plan is simple. First, the Infinigon is going to get rid of the magical seal. They won't be able to. If it's anything like the one in the crypt, your magical flux matrix was out of date. Must have been very impressive 100 years ago, but not in this day and age. You think so, geeks? This barrier was powered by my own death. You will have a very bad day if you try to brute force approach. I bet it won't last for 5 minutes. You don't even need to be careful this time. It'd be quite a spectacle when the ward bounces all that arrogance right back to your faces. Let's get back to the plan. Once the doors open, Agorius, the Infinigon, and I will head into the ruin and shoo the dragon out. Then Hadriv and Patronus will be ready to... Wait a minute. What do you mean, shoo the dragon out? Well, I guess we'll startle it so it leaves the dungeon. Can you elaborate on that? Yeah, we might cause some ruckus, or might lure it out somehow. So your plan is something along the lines of facing a 16-ton fire-breathing lizard, rubbing your fingers together and going... Pss, pss, pss. He wasn't talking to you, kiddo. Well, a triangle of the Infinigon will be down there as well. I'm sure we'll come up with something. I wouldn't worry too much. I don't know what we'll find down there, but it won't be a dragon at all. Why not? Dragons may be quite magical, but they are not demons. They can't survive locked underground for Temperis knows how many centuries. Could be an undead dragon? Why are you so convinced that there's even been a dragon down there anyway? Look at the statue, man. There has to be a dragon. The Imperial Palace had a statue of a lion in the courtyard. Doesn't mean there's a lion waiting inside. There totally was a lion, though. There was a lion in the Imperial Palace? For 2 or 3 weeks, at least. It was so the sculptor could have a reference at the statue. We were part of an expedition who captured it in Zun and brought it back to the palace. Couldn't they have used a drawing? She did use a drawing. So? Well, the drawing artist needed a reference as well. Taxpayer money at its best.
It's not the point anyway. The lion statue was not there to pay homage to a blasted lion.
How do you know? Maybe they grew fond of him. I'm sure they did. But they didn't build the statue to show there was a lion inside. Well, there was, for 2 or 3 weeks. The statue was there because there was a lion inside. So you're saying that they erected a statue of a lion they used as a model for the statue in order to commemorate the fact that the lion was in the palace while they were sculpting the statue. No, wait, he's got a point. He's talking about the casual necessity, not intent. If there hadn't been a lion in the building, there wouldn't be any lion statues. So the lion being in the building was a necessity in order to have the statue. Ergo, the statue proves a lion. Has no necessity, my ass! They could have bought the lion statue in Corvus instead of dragging a poor cat halfway across the world! But it wouldn't be that statue. Even so, the statue was not there to imply that there was a living lion in the palace, even though there was a lion inside, is the point!
We could say there was a symbolic lion, as in the Emperor is authority or something like that.
Fine. If we find a symbolic dragon, we'll exercise some symbolic caution to protect ourselves from a symbolic danger. Fair enough.
Just in case the dragon is not so symbolic, what do we do?
Oh, well, when it comes out of the ruin, Hadriv and his guys will be waiting. They will shoot the dragon down using the airship. You want to take a dragon down using an aero taxi. Oh, we're not using Sputnik for this. We've got something far more fitting for this occasion. What do you got? Oh my god! That is so cool!
Behold the Prozac!
The prosaic, not Prozac. The prosaic! The ultimate response against global warming. You loaded the Magica-powered cannon into that thing?
Yes.
You installed a Magica-powered cannon at the side of a non-Magica-powered flying ship.
Yes.
You realize that if you shoot it as it is, you will establish a new world record as the most consecutive barrel rolls in history.
That might be a fair point.
We may want to move the cannon to the front. Ah, prancers and arachnophobes teaming up. You pose more danger to yourselves than any dragon would.
Hey! Jala, don't be a jerk. I'm sure they work real hard to build that flying thing. Hard enough to make it fly without returning your damn crystals.
It shows.
We'll show you, alright, by taking out the dragon with it.
I'm sure you will be able to take care of any dragons we encounter today.
We'll even pretend you're not using a magical cannon.
Damn it, Jala. Tone down the snarkiness, will you? We were going to get us chased out of another village.
Okay. We didn't come here to insult each other, so let's just go to the seal. You guys prepare the ship and stand by. Yes, I think that was a ghost. So you're as surprised about this as we are? Why didn't you comment on it? I don't know. Why didn't you comment on it? Everyone was so natural about the whole thing I felt inappropriate. Well, I guess it would be awkward to bring it up now. Okay.
Let's see what we have here.
You won't be able to dismantle it.
I bet we won't even need to deviate from the standard procedure.
Keep bragging. You're only sweetening the anticipation of your admitted failure. Well, we do have some dragging rights. The Infinigon has breached into so many magically protected dungeons that we have developed a pretty effective methodology. Zest, please stop looking at the glyph. It could be dangerous. Move out of the way so we can proceed with the initial Magica scan. Then we will determine what kind of equipment is needed.
Sure.
Don't take it too bad, okay? The fact that you managed to construct a seal that lasted so long is quite impressive.
You don't take it too bad when you can't open it.
The thing is tied to my blood, and nothing more than that shall open it. Yeah, well, it's not like we were going to follow the rules. Bilius, carry on with the preliminary scan. Well, damn! Looks like someone didn't account for the entropic decay when casting his dramatic self-sacrificial spell.
I so did account for entropic decay!
Yeah, right. And I'm sure you also use a recursive resonating crystal to keep the loop active.
I used to!
No reason to be ashamed. You did well for an independent mage. Hey, and the part with that bound you, the painting seems to have worked pretty well, and it's still holding. Pretty spooky.
Don't you dare patronize me! Not everyone was lucky enough to have the Imperial Treasury funding their every whim.
The Imperial Treasury is just history now.
Pretty much like your ward.
Look at the bright side, Agorius. At least the pass is open, eh?
Aye. Huzzah.
Yeah, and that was just a scan. They weren't even actually trying to disable it yet. How deep can these stairs go? It feels like we've been here for hours. We're almost there. We're pretty close to where I lost consciousness. Oh. Is that you? It would seem so. You seem surprised to see your remains, considering you must have known what went down in here. I always thought I died because of a cave-in.
More like you got carved in.
Hey, it's his corpse. For the love of Temperus, give the man a rest. Being jerky is one thing, but right now is a bit into monster territory, Jala.
Alright. Sorry about your loss.
It's alright. I'm kind of used to it at this point. I'm not thrilled to discover that my hirelings betrayed me, but at least they were trapped in here by the ward that when the spell kicked in, serves them right. So, is there a dragon around? If there was a dragon in the room, you would need to ask, but let's take a good look. A little light, please. Big portal thing from... Why am I thinking Battlestar Galactica? Well, what do we have here? A portal. This is what I've been looking for all my life. A portal into the realm of the gods. Finally, the answers are at hand. You've been looking for this all your life? And part of my own life, yes. Well worth it to this truly revolutionary discovery.
Oh boy, you really haven't been paying much attention in the last few decades, have you?
I've been quite isolated for the last century. Being a disembodied spirit doesn't do wonders for your social life. Oh, Stargate, yes. Oh, Stargate, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but I'll need to be blunt. A finding like this portal would have been revolutionary about 20 years ago. What? What do you mean?
About 15 years ago, these things started coming out of the ground all over the world. They began spewing all kinds of monsters.
Monsters? Very aggressive. They overran the Tiberian Empire and started going after everyone else. It was grim. For all the while, I felt like it was the end. Eventually, we managed to solve the situation. It's a long story. So, you mean there are not any meaningful answers behind this gateway?
If anything, they've generated one hell of a lot of questions. But we can tell you that those portals are pretty common knowledge now.
Then, all was pointless. It's one of the reasons the Infinigon frowns upon solitary research and wizards keeping petty secrets. Yes, the generous Infinigon. You are very good at sharing knowledge within the borders of your own organization. We classify dangerous knowledge to protect the general public. No, you do it because it gives you power. You don't care about protecting the people, you care about your damn imperative. They're one and the same. So you say, of course. This way you might convince a few poor sods to surrender their lifelong efforts to you and to step aside when you reap the results of their hard work and sacrifice. Is this about ego, then? Your findings would have created a new field of research for 100 years before the disaster. Your name and merits would be in the history books. The desperate stand could have been a joke. Instead, all your knowledge and breakthroughs died with you, and what could have been a revolutionary discovery is now obsolete. All because you expected to be the only one to find what? True mortality? Godhood? I'm sorry, but I think you're being unfair. I have no idea who that is. Oh, really? Then what was he after? Answers, like everyone else. Well, we all look for answers in our own way. There's no standardized form to the meaning of life. And you certainly have no right to monopolize human curiosity. For a bunch of people who constantly claim to be defending humanity, you sure can be obtuse when it comes to understanding it. He could have put all the effort into the service of a greater cause, and we all could have benefited from it. How do you know that? Maybe within your organization he would have achieved all of those things you were saying? Or maybe his spirit would have withered and he would have become a useless chump. His life path brought him to the verge of a world-changing discovery. He played by his own rules, and it set him on the right track. And I'm pretty sure that he was on the right track because he played by his own rules. Maybe within the Infinigon, he would have been pushing papers all of his life. Instead, he found his path and followed it through. It just happened to be a solitary path, but it was his to follow. The way I see it, it's pretty much all that can be asked of us. I might owe you an apology. Save it. I'm no saint. You don't need to feel sorry about me. And thank you, Zist. But that doesn't change the fact that I gambled and lost everything. But enough pity. You should focus on your own struggle. You still need that dragon. You did say there was a dragon here, but I don't see any trace of the thing. And I didn't lie. What I learned from this place implied that there was a gate to a world where the dragons and gods reside. As far as I understand, it's related to the portal. I don't know about the gods, but some of these portals have been known to bring dragons into our world. However, they all shut down after that mess years ago. Even the partially reactivating one requires immense amounts of work and magical energy. It's not something we can do, at least not without a grand scale of effort that is simply not be approved. Not for a cooking tournament. Is it the only way? Well, it's either that or we use a control artifact from the original creators of the portal, which have never been found. While the portals themselves are common, controlling them effectively is currently impossible. That would be one hell of a breakthrough. I see. Not quite the triumph I was expecting. Zest, I trust you are carrying the artifact with you? The artifact? Wait, are you implying you have a Zithinian control device? Well, Agorius found this wand a long while ago. He says that... Don't point that thing at the... Oh. Oh, shit. They're taking a while. Maybe the mages are right and there's no dragon after all. Perhaps it's for the better.
Wait, that was...
Temperance, we've seen this before. Back at the capital.
But this one felt a bit different.
Yeah, maybe this time nothing will... it in sight! Ready to fire the cannon! I got it in sight! Wait for it to get closer! Steady! Steady! Fire! You didn't load it?
It doesn't work.
What?
That shockwave must have messed up the magic field.
The dragon!
What is going on up there?
Are they fighting a dragon?
Not our problem. Let's not yet. Let's leave the house unguarded. Let's use the shit to recover the book.
Goddamn mages and your contraptions! Do something, damn it, you blasted witch! Fix this!
I'm trying, but this isn't fitting on tech. I'm in the dark here. Why did we stay on the ground? We could have stayed on the ground.
I'm going to throw up!
I think I fixed the cannon.
Turn to face the dragon!
Wait, you idiots are gonna kill us all!
I don't think they'd even know we're here! We have a clear shot! Fire!
That happened. My voice is so sore from this. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, that was a mighty stellar performance. Gotta love it when a plan comes together.
For a plan to come together, you need an actual plan to begin with.
I'm going to call for reinforcements. We need at least 2 octagons of vectors to handle this.
Are you sure we actually need them? I mean, look at the thing. It seems to be more confused than aggressive.
You mean the dragon is not hostile?
I would have expected it to be more fire-breathing, that's for sure. Maybe this one's not like the one we found during the Desperate Stand. You know, it's not determined to kill everything in its sight.
I see.
So we might be able to come up with some way to handle it peacefully? Maybe domesticate it?
What did he say?
He says you're crazy.
You speak Nyarian?
Just taking a wild guess.
Well, we've got something. We gotta do something. Brute force didn't go very well.
Maybe. There could be a way to try a peaceful solution for a change. I'm all for being optimistic, but wrapping a flower garland around that thing's neck might be a bit tricky. Have faith. Come to the magic shop. I think maybe we'll find a solution.
Let's pray to Temperance that the thing doesn't decide to start a barbecue.
Yeah, the Temperance of all people. What? Nothing. See you at the shop.
That, don't tell me you guys have, like, a dragon summoner thing. Do you have, like, a dragon summoner thing? Like, legitimately?
So, any luck?
Yes, we have devised an improvised dragon nest.
Oh my god.
Here, have the blueprints.
A dragon nest? It's not a giant parrot? It's not a giant parrot, Valerica!
Give the thing a try. We've used some harmony crystals and loaded it with some soothing enchantments. It just might work. And I can't see how I can make anything worse.
Yeah, but I'm still requesting a force of vectors, just to be extra sure.
Have some faith, Zorvon.
My faith will be stronger with the force of battle mages supporting it. In any case, we'll need to dig the control rod out of the wreckage of that thing. That thing is important. By the way, have you seen your ghost again? Still hasn't shown up, and the ruins are more ruinous now. But I can't go look for him. I'm a bit worried. I'm sure you haven't seen the last of him. Looked like a tough bone to crack.
But that shockwave, it messed with the magica fields. The cannon enchantments were all warped. He may have been dispelled?
Spirits are not something that can be dispelled. However, the enchantment that kept him bound to this world.
I don't know, Zest. You'll have to wait this one out and hope for the best. Okay, I'll focus on the dragon for now. So wait. We can craft a dragon nest? But we need special wood planks. Okay. That's gonna be a bit. Put some food in the feeder and call the dragon. Maybe we'll give you some delicious present or eat you. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it here, but holy shit. We can now summon a dragon, I guess. Somehow we are able to summon a dragon. I'm very, very shocked. Huh. We need some penguin eggs, some silk rope, and special wooden planks. So I definitely need to get that. Need to bring that turtle back. But I'm getting very tired. So we went for a good 3 hours, and holy shit, we went through a lot of the story. I think we're at the end game. Once we get this dragon or whatever the dessert is, whatever it feeds us, like a scale or a feather or whatever or not, we're gonna enjoy it. So I'm really excited to keep going. So we'll probably, hopefully, maybe finish this by next week. We're gonna summon. I'll make sure not to summon the dragon until I'm streaming with you guys, so we can see the dragon and like all that stuff. I'll have everything else ready by then, and also to have the 5 meals quest. I'll do that on stream. But I'm gonna get going. You all are awesome and fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. It's also very, very hot. But thanks everyone for coming. Next week, I'll have a schedule.